Well, tonight the Trojans and Trojanettes step out of the 4th region, make a trip to Campbellsville out of Region 5 before coming back to Glasgow Friday night for a 15th District doubleheader. Hi, everybody. It's Jay Turner alongside Robert Bauer here tonight from Campbellsville. Luke Pritchard is our studio producer. BC Live providing live stream. And this is the Don Franklin Countdown to Tip-Off. It's been almost a week since the 16-2 Trojanettes have been on the court. Last Tuesday was a 57-27 blowout at Bowling Green, and the Trojans unfortunately lost their 6th straight game of the season with a 60-53 loss in the Gary Force Kentucky-Tennessee clash at the Swamp at Greenwood High School. The Trojans are now 9-8 on the season. But here in Game 1, as we focus on the Trojanettes, taking out a pretty good Campbellsville Lady-Eagle basketball team who is 11-4. Campbellsville out of Region 5, District 20, with the likes of Taylor County, Adair County, and Marion County. And of the 4 losses, 2 are to Taylor County, both times by 7. The Trojanettes winning the past 3 games dating back to 1999. The Trojanettes winning the past 3 games dating back to 1999. The other 2 games were in 2023 and last year, in which the Trojanettes won last year's game 60-39. Campbellsville finished 13-10 last year and lost their top scorer in Kaylee Benningfield, who transferred back to Taylor County, where she just became eligible around Christmas. Benningfield played at Taylor County every year except last year, averaging 17.5 points a game here at Campbellsville. But Taylor County got a new coach in Donnie Swiney, and so Benningfield decided to go back and play for him. And lots of going back and forth there. But tonight, Robert, a good test for the Trojanettes as they take out a pretty good Campbellsville basketball team.
Yeah, I think it is a good test to step out of the region and play probably the second best team by record and RPI in this region. They are probably the second biggest team we played this year. They are young, however. They start 1 senior and 4 sophomores, but their height, 5'10", 5'11", 6'1". You'll see all kinds of variety of that on the floor tonight, and they are a skilled basketball team. Evidence there is they put up 81 points the other night to beat an E-Town team that we were able to beat. Some other common opponents, they beat Warren East by 20 and they beat Green by 6. So, every metric says this should be a very close game. RPI has us by 1. Massey has us by 11. So, somewhere around there, it should be a very tight game. And these are the kind of games, win or lose, that we need to be playing at this time of the year to put us in situations where we figure things out, or we know, or we're more comfortable trying to navigate situations. You don't get those type of situations in close games where you have to run a certain set or you have to execute in a certain situation when you're beating somebody by a running clock, and we've had our fair share of those this year. So I don't expect that to be here tonight, but out of school today, I'm sure we came in and shot a little bit yesterday afternoon. I'm sure we came in and shot a little bit early today, but you just gotta get in some kind of routine, and driving an hour up here, all those things play a little bit of part in coming up here to the 5th region and seeing if you can get a win.
Campbellsville averages 57.3 points a game. They shoot just 37.5% from the field, and they've made 80 3-point shots this year. That's an average of about 6 a game at 31.4%, and they shoot 65.5% from the free throw line. The Trojanettes are averaging just under 61 points a game, shooting just over 40.5% from the field, but made 119 threes this year, and that's an average of 7 per game. They shoot 62.2% from the foul line, and they average 32.9 rebounds a game. We've got more to come in the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to tip-off. We're about 10 minutes away. It's the Trojanettes in Campbellsville, here in Campbellsville, for this boy-girl doubleheader. And be back with more after this 2-minute timeout as you're listening and following Barren County basketball on 104.7 FM WCLU Sports.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Extreme Health Club and Extreme Fitness for Women, both with 24-hour access. And Extreme Blend Smoothie Bar to help you refuel and recover. Over 8,000 square feet of weights in Extreme Health Club and ladies only at Extreme Fitness for Women, including tanning beds, both with access to saunas, infrared saunas, and the 90-degree saline therapy pool. You'll love the wide variety of classes with experienced instructors. Personal training is available and with the best in the business. Call or stop by today and see what everybody's talking about.
Growing up is realizing that everyone who told you to eat your breakfast when you were little was actually eating this for breakfast.
It's your turn to take your place at the breakfast table and savor the taste of culinary independence with freshly toasted bagels at McDonald's. Indulge in the breakfast you've always wanted and start the day off the right way, your way.
Here in Campbellsville, as we take a look at some of the other games going on around the region tonight, just a handful of games going on here on this Monday night. Gouverneur girls are hosting the Bluegrass Blazers. Hart County girls and boys hosting Washington County tonight. Bowling Green girls are at Grayson County. Logan County girls at Butler County. And the Warren Central boys at home tonight against University Heights. There's a big district doubleheader tonight in Edmonton, and it's a rescheduled game. Monroe County girls and boys at Metcalfe County tonight. And, of course, the Monroe County girls are playing in the All-A State Tournament Wednesday, the reason why they had to reschedule that district doubleheader. But Monroe County is at Metcalfe County tonight. The new Bowling Green Daily News 4th Region poll is out, came out today. Barren County girls remain the #1 team of the region, but that's followed by Allen County, Scottsville, and Cumberland County. They tied for second. Monroe County was 4th. Franklin Simpson at #5. I look for them to move up next week or two because they've got another transfer in from Tennessee, and she is a good one. Scored 27 points in her debut and against Russellville in a district game, and they are pretty solid now, especially now with the addition of the Harrington girl that's been a transfer from Lebanon, Tennessee. Of course, they already had Allie Pennington, who's a transfer from East Robertson High School in Tennessee. Metcalfe County rated 6, Bowling Green, Russell County, Russellville rounding out 9 of the top 10. And over on the boys' side, you had Warren Central remaining #1, Clinton County remaining #2, South Warren at 3, Glasgow at 4, then Greenwood, Bowling Green, Monroe County, Barren County dropped to 8th, and Russell County at #9. And we're a little over halfway through the regular season now, and you can kind of see how things are going here. But I know there's still some big games still to be played, and I look forward to that Barren County Franklin Simpson girls game coming up next month.
Yeah, on our schedule, there's several games that I think will do us some good. Tonight is one of them. You don't want to give and take anybody for granted, but we play Allen again. Cumberland is really good. Franklin Simpson, Metcalfe, I still think has some up and down, but can compete. And then Taylor. So we've got
the toughest part of the schedule still to come.
You're absolutely correct. And all those, Cumberland, Franklin, Metcalfe, and Taylor, are all 5 out of the 6 or 7 last games that we've got. So It definitely means that the way the schedule sets up, to win those games, you've got to be playing your best basketball down the stretch. And I do like the way the schedule sets up. It gets tougher as it goes along. We've had a relatively, for the most part, easy schedule comparatively when you look at some of the teams that we played and the amounts that we've won by, but that also means that you're executing, you're playing defense well, and in a game like Bowling Green the other night, you didn't expect to be a blowout because you do all those things well, it becomes one. So you have to do that night in and night out. You can't take any nights off, and that includes tonight with this Campbellsville team that I think, like I said earlier, is one of the bigger teams that we played, so that means we're going to have to be physical. I want to see us push the ball, push the pace a little bit, and I don't want to prematurely say this, but we are in the 5th region. You don't need to expect anything. You want to make sure you go into their bodies and force the officials to draw that body contact and call those fouls so we can also get some points at the free throw line.
Yeah, and that's part of our J&J Sales keys to the game tonight for the Trojanet victory. Starting lineups when we come back in 2 minutes as you're following the Trojanettes taking on Campbellsville tonight on the road here on 104.7 FM WCLU Sports.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Your local Kubota dealer is J&J Sales on the corner of West Main and Reynolds Road in Glasgow.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that Farmers RECC honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track when they're not, we've got you. Always. Farmers RECC is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
Back here with the starting lineups of tonight's game, and our lineups are brought to you by Lakeside Recycling for the Campbellsville Lady-Eagles under fourth-year head coach Kyvan Gooden-Rogers. They'll start Carson Smith, the 5'7" sophomore. She's the leading scorer on this team, averaging 15.5 points and 6 rebounds a game. Alexis Nifley, a 5'10" senior, 13.5 points a game. Also in the lineup is Simone Hedspeth. She's a transfer from Elizabethtown, and she's a 5'10" sophomore, averaging 8 points and 6 rebounds a game. Destiny Golston, a 5'7" sophomore, averaging 5, and Amarissa Nunez, 5'7" sophomore, who averages 3 points a game for the Lady Eagles. Barren County Trojanettes, 11th year head coach Piper Lindsay. Her assistant coaching staff of Brent Spillman, Michael Toms, Billy Michael Dyer, and Mia Long. Shelby Bird, a 5'8" junior, averaging 19.5 points and 5 rebounds. Mahala Burton, 5'7" sophomore, 7.4 points, 4.6 rebounds. Addie Slagle, a 5'3" sophomore, averaging just over 9 points a game. And Ashley Atkinson, a 5'10" senior, 4.7 points and 4 rebounds. And Riley Wilson, a 5'10" senior, averaging just over 3 points a game for the Trojanettes. And after tonight, it's a district game Friday night at Glasgow, boys and girls. That'll be starting at 6 o'clock on Friday night, and a big schedule of games next week.
Yes, sir.
That is if it doesn't snow like they say. Some are saying we're going to get a lot of snow. you'll get a lot of snow over the weekend. So we'll just have to wait and see. I'll believe it when I see it. But we got Allen County, Scottsville on the road next Monday night. We got Greenwood at home next Tuesday night. Then we go to Warren East, and then we got Monroe County on Saturday night of next week. So a busy week next week.
But you mentioned the word home. At least we get back home.
Yeah, and it's senior night. Senior night is Tuesday night against Greenwood.
Long road stretch, and we get back home.
Or is that? No, it's not homecoming. Homecoming, I think they flip-flopped it this year. So, but yeah, hopefully it won't do what some weather prognosticators say it's going to do, but it's going to be cold. Whatever comes down, it may hang around a while.
They always get the hype up, so you go buy your bread, milk, and eggs, and all that sells out, then it does a little dusting. But maybe this one will be different. We'll just have to wait and see, way too far out to actually know.
Right. We're going to come back with the tip-off of tonight's first game. Farmers RACC opening tip-off here. Our officials out of Region 5, sponsored by Extreme Health Club and Fitness for Women and ATM Media Solutions. And we're back for the first quarter of action, brought to you by Raphael Sports Bar. We'll be back in 2 minutes. This is Barren County Basketball on 104.7 FM. WCLU Sports.
When trying to find a bank that satisfies, everyone wants more of this. But where do you go to find great savings and friendly service all in one? A Kasasa account at the People's Bank. Kasasa accounts offer high interest, cash back, and automatic savings growth. Whether you open a Kasasa Cash, Kasasa Cash Back, or Kasasa Saver, your earnings will be through the roof. Come see the People's Bank in Cave City or Glasgow and see the difference in savings and service. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact the People's Bank for details. Member FDIC.
Hey there, this is Billy with Southern States Glasgow.
And I'm Lindsay. A lot of people think we're just a farm store.
But we're so much more. From pet food and propane to lawn and garden supplies, we've got what you need every day of the year.
And don't forget the trusted advice, whether it's caring for your cattle, your backyard chickens, or your front yard grass.
Southern States Glasgow, locally owned, farmer friendly, and always here to help.
Southern States, your all-season solution.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
Get in. We're making. Welcome back to Campbellsville High School. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer for basketball here in the 5th region. Barren County and Campbellsville. The Trojanettes, Lady-Eagles here in Game 1. The Trojanettes are down to our left as we're high above courtside here at Campbellsville. Actually, we're almost right directly behind the bench and kind of on the left side of the upper level here. And Campbellsville is down to our right. Trojanettes in the black uniforms tonight with burgundy numbers and lettering outlined in gold. And the Lady-Eagles of Campbellsville down to our right with the purple numbers and letters as they turn the lights out here.
Had a flashback of the power outage.
You remember that, don't you? Yeah, but no power outage. The scoreboards are still on. It's just that they got the Eagles logo. I don't know if the camera can show that or not, but down to our right, illuminated Eagles logo down to our right there.
One of the smaller gyms we play in, about 1,500 people, but it's really, I guess, a replica, or maybe, I don't know which one came first, but it's exactly like Metcalf's old gym, the old Metcalf County High School before they built.
And like Taylor County's old gym, too. It was a lot similar to this one as well. So I guess Campbellsville's probably got the oldest gym in this 5th region, you think?
I would say.
I mean, I haven't been to every gym in the 5th region, but I've been to most of them.
They're doing some major renovations, but one thing that really doesn't get rebuilt in a lot of these renovation projects is the gym. It just gets kind of a facelift or a makeover because of funding. Those are the ones that are usually kind of the last thing to be built or torn down and built brand new. And this is a nice facility. I mean, it's a fine gym, and I'd say 1,500 is plenty capacity for, I'd say 95% of their games, but come district tournament time, I'd say they have to have standing room only for sure.
Our buddy John Butler, I'm sure, has played in this high school gym when Greene County would come up here.
I would say.
Even though they're not in the same district, but I'm sure they played each other on the schedule.
Yeah, it's not, 30 minutes? Not even 30 minutes down the road.
Not really that far.
Yeah.
Maybe 15.
All right, the lights did come back on, so good.
All right, we're ready to go. It's Ann Ashley Atkinson for Barren County. And for Campbellsville, it'll be Simone Hedgespeth. Again, she's the transfer from Elizabethtown. A lot of transfers around the 4th and 5th region this year.
It's a word tonight, isn't it?
Yeah. Here's the toss and the tap. Going to be controlled by the Trojanettes as Mahala Burton will set things up for Barren County.
1-3-1.
Haven't seen that much this year.
Seen a lot of zone, not that one.
Not a 1-3-1. Here's Burton in the middle, in the corner. Atkinson pulls up with a 17-footer. That's good.
That was smooth. Good ball fake. They closed out her in the deep corner. She just gave him a little ball fake, sidestep, one dribble and a shot.
Yep. And so Barren County on the scoreboard, first 2-0. In the corner, they give it to Nifley. Nifley headed toward the paint. Gives it back outside there to Golston. Golston will dump it back off out front here to Nunez. I guess that's how you pronounce her name, Nunez. N-U-N-E-Z. Having some trouble with it. Slagle putting the pressure on it. Should have been close to a 5-second count there. Golston working around the top of the horn. Going to the right wing. Looking inside. Can't find anybody. Throws it across over to Smith. Smith dribbles Hangley into the key. Here's a pass down underneath and a layup. No good. Ball's tapped out. Grabbed by Bird. Gives it off now to Burton. Burton out of the right side of the floor. Back out now to Atkinson. Sends it over to Slagle. Slagle now back over to Atkinson. Atkinson, diagonal pass intended for Wilson. They're going to say went off her and out of bounds.
Nunez, I think, deflected it right into Wilson's hands, but couldn't corral it. So we'll pick back up in our man full to start tonight.
As the ball comes in to Nunez. Nunez sends it down the floor left side over there to Hedgespeth. Now into the corner. They work it there to Golston. Now they work it back to the left side, up the baseline. Smith, she's cut off by Bird. Dumps it down low. In there to Nifley. Now back around to the right side. It goes to Smith. Smith cut off. Pass picked off. Atkinson's got it for the Trojanettes. Atkinson. She might have got away with a double dribble there. In the corner, here's Slagle up the baseline. Bounce pass underneath to Wilson. Goes up, it's blocked. Got it back to Slagle. Off to Atkinson. Back to Slagle. Out of the corner for three. A rainbow good.
Good work there to get it back and get in a position to score it from three.
Riley Dental Group three-point shot for Addie Slagle. 5-0 Trojanettes. Down low, wide open. Put up and in by Hedgespeth.
That's inexcusable. You got to sprint the floor and get back.
5-2. Barren County. 2 minutes gone here in the opening quarter. Let's get rid of it over to Burton. Back over to Slagle to the right side. Slagle back over to Burton. Burton putting down one dribble. Throws it back over to Slagle. Trying to look inside. Back to Burton. She's going to fire it up. 3-point shot. Got it.
Shoot him out of that zone. They dropped out of the 1-3-1 into a 2-3 that time. Just threw it over the top there and knocked down our second three of the night.
And Riley Dental Group, a 3-point shot. Mahala Burton's. That's her 23rd of the season. She's now tied with Slagle on 3-point shots made for Barren County. Driving against Burton. Burton takes it away from her. Loose ball and scramble for underneath. Burton's got it. And we got a whistle. And we're going to have a foul on Campbellsville. It will be charged to Golston.
Good hustle by Mahala. Went in there to dig it out. Couldn't get rid of it. And they just jumped on top of her. Foul call gives it back to us. 8-2 early.
5:22 to go. First quarter. Burton with a basketball. Being picked up by Smith at midcourt. Burton goes right side with it to Atkinson. Atkinson trying to make a move on her defender. Gets cut off. Throws it back out to Shelby Bird. Bird now getting some pressure here. Penetrating down the lane. Goes under. Flips up the shot. It drops off.
Like to see her have a little bit more structure to it. She had a lane.
And driving with it is Nunez. Puts it up. No good. Short. Coming out of there with it is Slagle. She wants to run with it right down the middle of the floor. Bounce pass intended for Bird. Smacked out of bounds by Campbellsville. Stays with the Trojanettes underneath.
She had that one to go again. I think she might just be as good to take it herself there on the left side.
Shelby Bird will toss it in for the Trojanettes. On the right baseline, still looking, gets it in play to Atkinson. Off to Burton, inside. Here's Bird going underneath, putting up the shot and in on the left side.
Took a little bit of contact there, but went through it instead of backing away from it for the bucket.
10-2, Trojanettes in a 2-2-1. Zone court press, they almost turned it over. Going to have a foul in the backcourt. I didn't see much there, but
wasn't much, but
on Shelby Bird.
Good pass on that last possession. That was Mihaela that led Shelby as she curled around to the left side to get that bucket. Shelby's got to be careful now. Dial it down just a little bit.
Yeah. 4:35 to go, first quarter, 10-2, Trojanettes. Left side with it is Nifley. Now Nifley trying to make a move on Atkinson, trying to penetrate into the key. Throws it out there and driving. That should have been a walk. Here's a layup that's going to be too strong for Hedgesmith. And then she knocked it away, got it underneath. And here's a pass on the right side. Nifley turns and puts it up and in. What happened there?
That was an easy foul that they just missed.
10-4 the score. Burton driving into the paint. Throws it back out to Slagle. Slagle top of the key now. Bounces it off to Bird. Bird sends it over to Atkinson. Atkinson driving into the lane. Here's a lob intended for Wilson. Grabs it. Almost lost it there. Gives it back in there to Burton. Driving under with the left hand. Put it up. No good. Bird with a rebound. Goes back up. Looked like a foul. They fouled her again and nothing called.
To the 5th region, Jack.
That's right. They run into Slagle, but they're going to... I thought...
and that was probably not the right call either.
No.
But we get a break as they get a charge call there. Slagle drew it.
Foul was on Smith, her first, and that's number 2 on Campbellsville here in the quarter. Going to get Addison McFall to the ball game, a 5'4" senior. Hannah Bragg, a 6'2" senior for the Trojanettes. So we're down to 3:40 to play here in the first quarter. 10-4 Trojanette lead. Atkinson with it, covered up there by Nifley. Smacked it out of her hand, smacked it across her arm, and ball goes out of bounds.
You don't ever want to take anything for granted.
No,
you
I know.
Get it, grab it if you can.
Barren County's basketball. Atkinson gets it in play to Burton. And Burton crosses the midcourt line. Getting some pressure. They give it into Slagle at the free throw line. Steps back, shoots a 17-footer, and no good. Rebound comes off to Hedgesmith for Campbellsville. Diagonal pass down to Nifley. Nifley left side, intended down low underneath to Owens that just checked in. That's Tazaria Owens, a 5'10" senior. They say it's off the hand of Bragg, out of bounds, so the Trojanettes will pressure here as they lob it in the lane. And a spin move, and up with a shot, it is no good by Smith. Rebound Barren County. Here comes Slagle down the right side. Trying to get around her defender. Steps back into the corner. Can't shoot the three. Needs it out here for McFall. Three-pointer is
good. I thought she had an opportunity to force it at Slagle, but she pulled it back out. They forced her back out and kicked it around.
Yeah, that's 13-4 Trojanettes in the third. Riley Diddle Group 3. A shot missed down the right corner for Campbellsville. They almost threw it away. Falling down with it, got rid of the ball. Here's Nifley. Shot blocked by Bragg and out of bounds.
It's a tough block out. Guard on a big there. Hedgesmith is every bit of 5'10". Just couldn't move her off that space to get the rebound.
We got 23, Justice Lane in the ballgame, a 6'1" freshman, averaging 6 points and 4.5 rebounds.
They kind of get bigger when they go to the bench.
Yeah. As they get it out around the perimeter, here's a long three by Nifley. It's in there.
You got to see that when that's just a step in from the inbounder. We didn't get out there.
Yeah, that's her 34th three-point shot she's made this year. 13-7, Trojanettes with the lead. Atkinson leaves it out there with McFall. We're down to 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Burton has it out front. Burton now gives rid of it over to McFall to the right side. Looking for somebody to cut across the lane. Nobody is. They give it out to Atkinson. Atkinson on the dribble. Out to Burton. Swings it left over to Slagle. Slagle out top to Atkinson. Atkinson wants to drive to the basket. Bounce pass underneath the Bragg, and she puts it in.
Super bounce passes. Their defense came. That was Lane who went off her man. We got an assist.
And they get it behind the defense on that. They miss the layup, though, and falling down, they get rid of the basketball as Campbellsville keeps it alive. Nifley for 3 off the mark. That should have been a foul over the back right there.
Letting them play.
As Lane was all over the back of Atkinson on that rebound. But we got it anyway. Atkinson's going to fire up a 3 off the left side, out of bounds. Tapped in bounds by McFall, but saved there by Golston for Campbellsville. Off the right side, it goes to Nifley. Nifley with a bounce pass down low. It's Lane posted up in there against Bragg. Up and under, can't shoot. How about 3 seconds in the lane there? 3 seconds, how about it? Not going to get it. Nifley of the right wing. Down low, it's Lane. She puts it up. It is no good. Rebound. Put back up and in by Hedgesmith.
You got to be better there. You got to make her go back middle where the help is instead of giving her a baseline, which is an easy layup.
Yeah, 15-9 the score. Trojanettes would come down to 1 minute to play. McFall, left wing three, bottom.
Couldn't get more open than that. We are 4 of 5 from the three-point line here in the first quarter as we doubled up Campbellsville.
18-9 the score. 52 seconds to play first quarter. With it for Campbellsville is Smith. Smith gets the screen, drives in. 14-footer is off the mark. And the rebound to Atkinson. Atkinson floats it up. Burton racing down the floor. Burton into the corner. McFall out of the corner for three. It's no good. Rebound up the right side is Slagle. Now Slagle with 30 seconds to play. Out to Burton. Swing over to McFall. McFall's got an open look there.
But she can take her off the dribble.
Yep. Out top is Atkinson. Feeds it to a breaking Slagle and a lot of traffic. Flips up the shot over the rim. Bragg fighting for the rebound. Jump ball. Possession goes to Campbellsville as the clock still runs. Then they reset it. 16.2 seconds to go. Shelby Bird back in for Barren County. So we've got Riley Wilson, Hannah Bragg, Addison McFall, Mahala Burton, Shelby Bird. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Nifley with a basketball for Campbellsville. Leaves it out there with Smith. Smith and Nifley are the two main scorers here for Campbellsville. She drives in with an 8-footer that's off the mark. And a rebound to Campbellsville as Golston gets rid of the basketball around for a three-point attempt that won't go, and that's the end of the first quarter. So here in Campbellsville, the Trojanettes 18, Campbellsville 9. We'll return in 1 minute. This is Trojanet basketball on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
Get in. We're making country great again. Come on.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
Willie 94.1.
You got to have an ace in the hole.
Willie 94.1.
I'm a hard-working man.
The Big Willie. It's great country. Willie 94.1.
We're making country great again, and we've got the Real Trader for you every weekday morning starting at 8. Join me, Mac Daniels, for it right here on Willie 94.1.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Are you looking?
Here in Campbellsville, Trojanettes 18, the Lady-Eagles 9, in the second quarter brought to you by CRS Construction. It'll be Barren County's basketball to start the second quarter.
Shot the ball really well, 47% from the field, 4 of 6 from behind the arc. Both teams shot 15 times in that quarter. We made 7, they just made 4.
And 3 different players knocking down three-point shots in that first quarter for Barren County, 2 of them from Addison McFall. Here's Hannah Bragg. She's open for a 3. How about it?
Does that mean 4 different ones have now knocked down a 3 from behind the arc?
Yeah, 21-9 Trojanettes. Hannah Bragg hasn't, I don't know how many 3s she had. I didn't look at the stat sheet on her because she normally don't shoot 3-pointers.
That's right. It's not her forte.
That's right. 21-9 coming off the screen there is Nunez, and now here's Nifley trying to drive right of the lane, flips up the shot, and it goes in. Nifley has 7 of Campbellsville's 11. Here's Burton with the basketball. Off the right side, McFall. McFall out top. Bragg going to fire up another 3. It's short. Going to miss everything and go out of bounds.
Went to the well one too many times there. She's not made any all year, so that was her first one. She's only attempted 3 this year now. So
okay,
well, but still a 10-point lead. We've got to lock down that defense, and we've really got to be physical underneath. That's where their strong suit is. They're bigs.
Yep, comes to the left side of Nifley. Nifley, Lane sets a screen. Top of the key, dumps it back to Lane, left of the lane. Now spins and turns, and a shot blocked in there by Hannah Bragg. And the outlet pass comes to McFall. McFall up the left side. Now throws it behind her. Shelby Bird, top of the key. Bird on the dribble. Off the right side is Riley Wilson. Out top, McFall driving right side, throws it up in the lane. No good. Ball's tapped over. Nifley grabs it for Campbellsville. Down the left side, a diagonal pass underneath and a shot put up and in by Hedgepeth.
Play two bigs. One of the risky run is them trying to turn the tempo up, and they've gotten back quicker than us there for their second bucket of the quarter.
It's 21-13. Barren County 620. Bird thought about the three, then steps back, shoots a three, and nails it.
Nice shot. Timeout, Trojanettes there. Piper will take a 30-second timeout. And this is as much for a lineup changes as anything, as we're still maintaining an 11-point lead with 6:16 to go. But how about 6 threes for us tonight? I think 4 different kids have hit a three. And what actually has happened, because we've shot the three so well, they started 1-3-1, they went 2-3, and they've abandoned the zone, and they've gone man. And as much as we're stretching and spreading the floor, there is so many opportunities to go 1-4 flat type situations where we can take some of those mismatches off the dribble. We just got to see them and make sure we identify when we want to go and when we need to pass it up.
Nifley and Hedgepeth have scored all the points for Campbellsville. Nifley has 7, Hedgepeth has 6. Smith has not scored, the leading scorer on the season for the Lady-Eagles, but 5 different Trojanettes have scored 3-point shots. Bird, Burton, Slagle, Bragg, McFall with 2.
Balance. Makes you hard
That's what you like to see, too.
Hard to guard when you can get that from all different angles, literally.
Campbellsville's basketball comes into Nunez. She brings it up court. 6:12 to go in the first half. 24-13 Trojanettes. Nunez, left wing, lets it fly for 3. It's coming off. Riley Wilson with the rebound off to Shelby Bird. Shelby Bird sends it up court right side as Slagle stops, steps behind the arc for a 3-pointer. No good. Rebound comes off to Hedgepeth for Campbellsville. Gets with the basketball to Nunez. Down to the corner up the baseline is Smith. Gets cut off by Bird. Throws it back out to Nunez. Nunez gets a screen from Nifley. Takes it to the right side. Now goes up with a 17-footer that is no good. Rebound tapped out. Lane grabs it. Kind of tapped it herself. She walked with it, though. Nifley in the left corner. Throws it back out front. Now to Nunez. Sends it to Smith. Smith defended by Shelby Bird. Dribbles right. Gives it off to Nunez. Nunez now will send it over to Lane. Lane now dribbling across the top of the key. Nunez driving. In the corner goes to Nifley. Nifley fires it down into Lane. Lane inside. Throws up a one-hand shot. It's short. Got her on rebound. Back up and no good. Got her on rebound again. Back up and it's going to roll in. And she was all over the back.
Hagan was in there.
Yeah, got Carly Hagan in the ball game right now. 5'7" junior for the Trojanettes. With 5 minutes to go, a diagonal pass off to Riley Wilson. Leaves it with Shelby Bird. 17-footer straight away. No good.
Tried to adjust her shot because of their length there. Gone cold a little bit.
Yeah. Nunez down the left of the lane. Stops in the lane to Lane. That's Justice Lane. Back out left corner. Goes to Nunez. And back out to Smith now. Out front. Smith almost to midcourt. 4:35 to go here in the first half, and Bird swipes it away from her. I thought she could dribble with it there. Gives it left side as Atkinson can't shoot the 3. Bounce pass in the lane. There's Shelby Bird. Spin move. Has to get out of there. Back to Atkinson. Over it goes to Slagle. Can't shoot the 3. Bird will fire up a 3, and it is good.
Shelby gets the end result of that turnover there with another 3-point opportunity. 7 of them now for the Trojanettes.
27-15 Trojanettes. Jumper from 8 feet. No good. Rebound Atkinson. Trojanettes with the basketball. Ahead up the left side is Bird. Breaking toward the middle. Fires it off to Hagan. Hagan trying to make a move with a spin move. Goes up with a shot. It is no good, but a foul on Campbellsville. And they're going to put this one on 24. That is Nunez.
This is going to be a game Carly's got to play a little bit for us because their size, our bigs are going to need a break or two because they're battling so hard. And her offense is in time to be able to pick up a little bit this game. She doesn't average very many points, but she can get it down low and score.
Yeah, and she just knocked the bottom out of that free throw on a Kentucky Farm Bureau Mad London free throw. First free throws of the basketball game for either team, and it's 28-15.
Well, they haven't called any fouls. There's only 4 fouls.
I know, that's it.
Which I'm not complaining with an hour trip back home.
Yeah.
But, as long as it's both ways, we're good.
Carly Hagan, second of 2, won't go, and rebound comes off to Nunez for Campbellsville. Looping pass off the left side is Nifley. And now Nifley on the dribble. Nifley getting the screen from Hedgepeth, goes around the top of the key, dribbles it to the right side. Now driving into the paint. Here's a shot going up and in for Owens. 28-17. Slagle with it in the back court. Gets it across the line. Loops it over now to Atkinson. Atkinson's picked up her dribble. Needs some help. Shovels it back out to Shelby Bird. Shelby Bird with pressure from Colston. Going to have to make a move. Gives it off to Slagle. Driving right of the lane. Goes under. And she got fouled.
Yes, sir.
Got knocked to the floor.
Good job making them foul her. And she flipped it up to get a chance to go to the line here. 3:15 to go.
Second team foul on Campbellsville. First on Owens. Addie Slagle at the line. 21 of 26 on the season for Addie Slagle from the free throw line.
They're playing us man. That little loop offense we've got with screens just going to the rim, I think, is really something we can continue to go to because they trail all the screens, back cuts, overplays, everything that we can kind of take advantage of their aggressiveness is something we can score with here.
Burton back in for Hagan for the Trojanettes. Slagle, second of two, also good.
Maybe is that our largest 13?
It is. 30-17, Trojanettes. 3:12 to go here in the first half. Barren led 18-9 at the end of the first quarter. Nunez gets rid of the basketball over to Golston. Golston walked with it, got away. Goes into the corner there to Owens. Owens is covered up. Bounce pass in there to Hedgesmith. Trying to backtrack in. Got double teamed. Back in the lane is Owens. And having some trouble in there. Puts up the shot. It comes off. A foul call.
Such good defense. And at the very end, we kind of bailed him out as Ann Ashley went down. She was straight up. And then at the very end, kind of put her arms down to block the shot.
At the line is Owens. He averages 3.5 points a game. 5'10" senior for Campbellsville. First of two is on the way, and it's going to come off.
That's their first free throws, too, isn't it?
Yep. Smith returning to the Campbellsville lineup will replace Nifley.
I think they probably actually shoot a better percentage at the line than we do.
65.5% to 62.2. Second shot for Owens. No. Long rebound comes off to Burton. Burton sends it up court. It's Shelby Bird making a move inside, going to the bucket, puts it up and in.
That's what I'm talking about right there. We have a step on some of their defenders, but we got to get back too as they try to throw it up the floor quickly.
Here's a jumper for Smith. It won't go. An offensive rebound, but knocked loose as Burton goes in there and ties it up. Goes back to Campbellsville in the alternating possession. .231 to go. Barren with their largest lead at 15. It's 32-17. And Smith will toss it in for the Lady-Eagles.
Got to push it and shove it before they even got the ball there.
Yeah. Having some trouble there. They finally get it into play. Bragg putting the pressure there on Owens. They get rid of it. Ball gets loose. I thought she stepped on the baseline.
Got close.
Got double team. Nunez, top of the key with a three. No, off high. Pulled back down by Smith. On the offensive rebound, they dump it down low, and it's Hedgesmith going up, putting it up and in.
They push and shove on rebounds. We just have to be more physical than they are. Right now, they're out-rebounding us by a ton, especially offensive glass.
Hedgesmith has 8 points, 32-19. Barren County, 2 minutes to play, first half. Atkinson with the basketball. Hands it off now to Slagle. Oh, ball gets away. Turnover by Barren, and it's Smith with the basketball for Campbellsville. Top of the key. Gets with the basketball to Golston. Golston angles off to the right in the corner. They give it to Owens. Owens back out now to reset it here. 1:39 to go. And here's Nunez coming off the screen, dribbling it off her foot, but picked up there by Owens. They go inside. Here's a shot blocked by Burton and out of bounds. As Golston trying to go for the shot there. And now Addison McFall and Riley Wilson returning to the Trojanet lineup. Shelby Bird and Hannah Bragg will step out with 1:30 to play here in the first half, leading 32-19. Nunez for Campbellsville, right of the bucket. Still looking, sends it out, right wing, coming off the screen. Smith takes it left of the lane, goes up with a shot. It is no good. Rebound put back up and in by Hedgesmith.
Offensive rebounding again. We cannot play behind them.
And then the lead is cut to 11 here. Here's McFall. That ball is going to go off the foot.
Yeah, it's our ball.
Off of, I think that was Owens over there that was defending McFall. So Campbellsville has come back with 4 straight points here to trim the lead to 11.
Nifley hadn't been out there in a while. She's their second leading scorer.
Yeah.
Hadn't been out there for a long time.
Ball comes into Atkinson, bounces it out to Slagle. Around to the right side, it goes to Burton. Here's McFall with it. McFall Almost dribbled it off her foot out of bounds. Bounce pass in there to Wilson, but picked up by Atkinson. Throws it back out to Burton. Goes back to McFall, the right wing. Under a minute to play. Here's Slagle. Ooh, got hammered in there.
I mean, it's a pretty easy call.
And I don't know what they're fussing about because that was definitely a foul.
Yeah, it was on 20.
That's Smith, her second.
She shoved her down from behind. That's pretty easy.
Barren County's basketball as Burton will toss it in with 55 seconds to play here in the half. Burton having some trouble. Gets it into Atkinson from 15. No air ball. Wilson throws it back up too strong, and the rebound comes off to Wilson, or rather to Smith for Campbellsville. Driving it down and going inside, putting up the shot. Good. That was a tough shot.
Tough shot. I don't think Mahela could have done anything else about it.
That's her first 2 points. Here's McFall, and has to go chase it down. A turnover and lost out of bounds, and they're going to give it back to Barren as it went off of Hedgepeth with 32 seconds to play. Shelby Bird coming back in. Addie Slagle gets a break here. Lead is down to 9. They've scored 6 straight. Burton will put the ball in play. Burton looking, gets it in underneath the Bird, breaking the basket and puts it in.
Screen up top. That was Wilson who set it, stood still, and Shelby ran it off of it for the layup.
12 points for Shelby Bird, 10 in this quarter, 34-13, or 23 with 20 seconds to go. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line, no good, but a foul.
That's probably the right call. Mahela came off the screen and reached across of her and hit her on the arm.
Well, they put it on Bird? She wasn't even in the neighborhood.
Player.
They definitely missed that one.
Yeah.
There we go. They're going to change it now.
They got it on Mahela there. I mean, them, not that we should be yelling a lot at the officials, but that matters right there.
Yeah. And the free throw is good for Smith. She hit both of them, and it's 34-25. 19 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Wilson with a basketball. Bad pass can be picked off. Tried to go to Bird with it, and it was smacked out of her hands as Smith had it smacked out of her hands by McFall with 12.7.
Sometimes you try to hit a home run and you just need to make a single. Take the last second shot there of the half. Instead, they get the opportunity here under 10 seconds.
And here's Smith driving against Burton. Stops, turns, looks. She's double teamed. Had it smacked out of her hands. Traveling call.
We'll get it back.
With 6.1.
6.1. They're going to apply a little pressure, so it's not an easy thing to do to get it up the floor. So we'll have to take it out the full length of the floor.
Atkinson to put it in play. Gets it in play to Burton. Going to have to go with it here. Burton trying to get around Smith. Gets cut off. 6 seconds. They haven't started the clock yet. Long three. No good there by McFall. Not sure if something's wrong with the clock or not, but it did not start until they got it in McFall's hands.
And then it went down to almost
Then it went down to 0.5 of a second. I don't know. There may be some kind of malfunction in that clock. So we're at halftime here in Campbellsville. Trojanettes with a 34-25 lead over the Campbellsville Lady-Eagles. And we'll come back in 2 minutes with our halftime report brought to you by SCRTC as you're following the Trojanettes on 104.7 FM WCLU Sports.
Are you looking for high-quality, cost-effective, and highly visible advertising? At ATM Media Solutions, we offer large-scale marketing with ease. We have 4 LED billboard locations: Highland Pharmacy in Sonic, the intersection of 31E and Trojan Trail, Highway 90 East, Burkesville Road, and our newest location in front of Gondolier. Call 270-629-4542 to get a quote today. ATM Media Solutions. Advertise with ease.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Your local Kubota dealer is J&J Sales on the corner of West Main and Reynolds Road in Glasgow.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
The RTC, as we take a look at the McDonald's halftime stats, Barren County jumped out to an 18-9 lead. At the end of the first quarter, both teams scored 16 points in that second quarter, even though the Trojanettes built up a 15-point lead at 32-17, but got outscored 8-2 the rest of the way. And it's a 9-point lead now for Barren County at 34-25. Campbellsville had 10 field goals in the first half. One of those a three-point shot. They were 2 for 4 from the foul line in the first half. Simone Hedspeth, the transfer out of Elizabethtown, is the leading scorer for the Lady-Eagles with 10 on 5 field goals. 7 for Alexis Nifley with 3 baskets. One of those a three-point shot. 4 points for Carson Smith. She had a basket and 2 of 2 from the foul line. Justice Lane scored 2 points in the first half, and Tazaria Owens also with 2. Went 0 for 2 from the foul line. For Barren County in the first half, 12 field goals, 7 three-pointers, and 3 of 4 from the charity line. Shelby Bird has 12 points in the first half, scored 10 of those in the second quarter, has 5 baskets. 2 of those are three-point shots, a three-pointer from Ayla Burton. Addie Slago had a three-pointer and 2 free throws for 5, and Ashley Atkinson scored 2. 5 points for Hannah Bragg. She had a three-pointer and a 2-point basket. Addison McFall in the first quarter knocked down 2 threes for 6, and Carly Hagan has 1 point on 1 of 2 from the foul line. Riley Wilson started the ball game, has not scored, but 7 threes in this first half by 5 different Trojanettes.
That's what we've been averaging per game, and specifically the last few games, I thought we've been shooting the 3 really well to raise that per game average. In the first half, we were 12 of 27 for 44%. And then, as you mentioned, 7 threes out of 12 for 58. So shoot at almost 60% behind the three-point line. I think that's pretty good for half. For them, I had them 11 field goals for 30 attempts. Did I miss one somewhere? 11 for 30. Either 9. I must have missed one somewhere. Who's that other one on? Maybe they were just 10. So 10 of 30, so that's easy math, 30%, right? 10 of 30 for 30%, just 1 of 4 from behind the arc for 25. Both teams had 5 turnovers, but something we commented on a lot during the first half was the offensive rebounding. They had 11 offensive rebounds. We just had 12 rebounds total. So they almost had as many offensive boards as we had total. 12 rebounds for us, 21 for them, out-rebounded by 9. 4 offensive to 11 offensive, and several of their buckets were second chance opportunities where their bigs were just pushing, shoving literally underneath, and were able to fight for the rebound. So we have to respond with some physicality underneath. Don't expect the 3 to continue to go at the pace that it did, and you see them kind of turning up the pressure just a little bit, extending their defense, and we were taking some chances to try to get some over-the-top things, some drives to the bucket, making some passes. I think the pace, I like the pace that we're playing at. We don't usually play at a 70-point per game pace. We average, as far as points per game, about 61. So we're a little over our pace. So we can't let that, cause us to turn the ball over. We can't let that give up open layups when we're not getting back on the defensive end. If we want to play at that pace, we have to be committed to it on both ends, and we have to make sure that we don't do anything out of character trying to take a chance, and they tip it away, or they are able to get a turnover out of it and score on the other end quickly. So a good overall first half for us. We'll see if we can replicate it. And again, Campbellsville is a pretty good basketball team. They are starting to figure out some things. They're really setting some screens up top. We've got to continue to communicate and make sure that we get over top of them. There were some communication errors on some of our defensive plays down the stretch. So it's all things that we just really need to clean up if we want to come out of here with a win.
Again, Campbellsville's only lost 4 ball games this year, 2 of those to Taylor County, and only by 7 points in both those games, 57-50. The other loss to Bardstown Bethlehem. I still don't know what happened there, 66-24. I didn't look at the stats from that ball game to see if somebody was out, but 66-24 Bardstown Bethlehem, that was the big loss for Campbellsville. And then the only other was a 1-point loss to Wilson Central, Tennessee. That's out of Lebanon, Tennessee, and that's all their losses this year. So Campbellsville's probably the second best team in this district, 20, Region 5, and still about halfway through, a little over halfway through the season. 5 weeks away. 5 weeks away from district tournament time. Hard to believe, isn't it?
Yeah. That game, they only had 9 field goals. They were 2 of 17 from 3, but it looks like pretty much everybody that's played tonight played in that game. Bethlehem just didn't let them have much success offensively.
Just one of those nights. Well, come back in 2 minutes. We'll have the third quarter, second half, brought to you by Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Again, the score here at the break, Barren County Trojanettes 34, Campbellsville 25. Back in 2 minutes, Barren County basketball on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
Growing up is realizing that everyone who told you to eat your breakfast when you were little was actually eating this for breakfast.
It's your turn to take your place at the breakfast table and savor the taste of culinary independence with freshly toasted bagels at McDonald's. Indulge in the breakfast you've always wanted and start the day off the right way, your way.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that Farmers RECC honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track when they're not, we've got you. Always. Farmers RECC is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
CRTC.
The Lady-Eagles of Campbellsville, John Butler just sent me a text and said the Smith girl, Carson Smith, is the granddaughter of his old high school basketball coach, Carl Deaton at Greene County. Of course, his daughter, Andrea, played college basketball here in Campbellsville, at Campbellsville University, and we just talked with Coach Ginger Coffin a little bit ago, and Hootie. They're here tonight, scouting, I guess. So good to see them once again. Slagle puts the ball in play, out to Burton, hands it right back to Slagle. Slagle wants to drive left of the lane, gives it off to Atkinson. She drives into the paint. Now they're going to be travel as they called for it from the other end. And so it will be Campbellsville basketball. And I guess that's probably a good call there.
It was the right call, but you see right there what Piper talked about in the locker room is where those handoffs going to the rim, all those things are open with their aggressive defensive play.
Here's Smith driving it right down the lane, goes in for the shot and banked it in.
But I think we've yet to really see how good of a player she is. She started there at the end of the second quarter, taking over offensively.
Averages 15.5 points a game. Bird heads to the basket, puts it up and in.
But we've got a counterpart to that.
14 for Shelby Bird, 36-27, Trojanettes. Here's Smith with a basketball the left wing. Smith picks up her dribble, dumps it down to Hedgespeth. Spin move up with the right hand, and it's going to drop in. 12 points for Hedgespeth. 36-29, the lead is 7. The largest lead was 15 at one time for the Trojanettes. Here's Slagle, long range left. Now sends it out front to Atkinson. Atkinson, one dribble, gives it to Riley Wilson on the left wing. Looking for a cutter, nobody cutting through there. As Bird sends it over to Slagle, can't shoot the three, can't penetrate, bounces back off to Bird, having some trouble with it, finally got the dribble going. Goes back left side to Wilson. Wilson out to Atkinson, fires up a three, it is off high, and Burton going for the rebound to the baseline, saves it, gives it to Slagle. Slagle out to Burton. Burton into the key, backs away with pressure from Golston. Off the left side, Slagle, three-point attempt, bingo!
Wow, it had a little curve on it there because it looked like it was
a curveball going in there.
Going to not go in there.
39-29, Trojanettes lead by 10. On that Riley on a group three by Slagle, pass, but it's chased down by Smith. Wilson got a hand on it, but couldn't retrieve it. And here's Smith with it for Campbellsville at the keyhole. Gives it off left side to Nifley. Nifley directing traffic back out to Smith. 6:10 to go here in the third quarter. 10-point Barren County lead. 39-29, Atkinson applying pressure on Smith. Now bounce pass knocked away by Wilson, taken by Atkinson. Now gets rid of the basketball to Burton. Bounce pass off to Slagle, drives toward the bucket, throws up a one-hander, no good to the baseline. And the rebound comes off to Hedgespeth for Campbellsville as she takes it by herself. Right down the lane she goes, crashes into Wilson. They're going to call a block.
I'm fine with that, and because that's a 50-50 call. That could have gone either way. Good job of her getting in front of her and stopping her. Otherwise, she sidesteps you and then goes in for a layup. So that gives our defense a chance to reset.
Campbellsville will take it out, right baseline. Nifley floats it out to Nunez. Got Slagle guarding her. Takes it left of the lane. Gets a screen. Now throws it in there to Golston. Golston goes right side with it. Nifley fakes the three. Can't shoot the threes. Atkinson defends her now. Has to do something with it. Gives it to Smith. Smith trying to penetrate. Down the lane. Throws it up. It is good. And a foul. Up with the left hand. Carson Smith. And the foul is on Riley Wilson. Her second. Team second. So the lead now cut to 8 at 39-31. And Smith at the line, who is a 70% foul shooter on the year. Slagle checks out. McFall is back in for Coach Piper Lindsay. Shot goes up, no good for Smith. And a rebound to Wilson. It's Burton. Left side Atkinson. Driving, trying to get around Nunez. She cuts her off. Out to Burton. Three, if it goes. Yes, sir.
Good assist by Ann Ashley and under control play from AAA.
2 threes for Mahala Burton.
Timeout, Campbellsville.
And 5:11 to go in the third quarter. I think this is a full timeout. Trojanettes go back on top by 11 here at 42-31 after the lead was cut to 7. So an 11-point lead for the Trojanettes, 42-31. We'll take a 30-second break and return on 104.7 FM WCLU Sports.
When trying to find a bank that satisfies, everyone wants more of this. But where do you go to find great savings and friendly service all in one? A Casasa account at the People's Bank. Casasa accounts offer high interest, cash back, and automatic savings growth. Whether you open a Casasa Cash, Casasa Cash Back, or Casasa Saver, your earnings will be through the roof. Come see the People's Bank in Cave City or Glasgow and see the difference in savings and service. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact the People's Bank for details. Member.
Barren County has hit 9 threes so far in this basketball game, 7 in the first half. Shelby Bird with 2, Mahala Burton with 2, Addie Slagle's hit 2, Addison McFall's hit 2, even Hannah Bragg's hit a 3-point shot tonight. 42-31, 5:11 to go, third quarter. Campbellsville's basketball out of the side across the way. As Nifley floats it out, Smith gets into a trap, gets rid of it to Hedgespeth, goes to Golston, bounce pass right corner Nunez, Circling, going through traffic inside. Here's Smith losing the handle, but got it back, though, on the baseline. Throws it back inside there to Nifley. And here's Nunez. Free throw line shot is up. It is no good. Gets her on rebound. Back up and a foul on Bragg. Bragg just checked in.
Bragg went for the block, and not sure she didn't get it on Nunez's initial shot, but she continued her path to the basket, following her own shot, and got that offensive board.
Nunez averages 3 points a game. 5'7" sophomore for the Lady Eagles. And she misses the first. We'll have another.
We went into a little trap out of that timeout. I like the move by Piper there.
Second shot of the way, and it comes off. Rebound, Atkinson for the Trojanettes. Atkinson, long bounce pass, not a good one. Went to the foot of Bragg, out of bounds.
Long, weird pass.
Yeah, it was.
It's kind of like a shot put type pass with two hands. You don't give it to a big 30 feet away from the bucket. Our second turnover of the quarter.
Campbellsville with the basketball. Carson Smith with it in a trap. Gives it to Nifley. Bounce pass down low. Hedgesmith out to Nunez for a three. No good. Rebound off to Bragg. Bounces it off to Burton. Burton sends it up court to Atkinson. Got a 2-on-2. Slows it up. Top of the key. Picks up her dribble. Throws it out to Shelby Bird. Shelby Bird with the basketball. Can't make a move. Gives to McFall. McFall gets cut off. Here's Burton with the top of the key. Getting some pressure from Golston. Got her hands on her there, but no call. Oh, bad pass right in the hands of Smith. She's got a wide open layup, and it is good.
Shelby back cut.
Yep.
And Mahela threw it the other way.
Lead is back down to 9 here at 42-33. Just under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Burton with a basketball for the Trojanettes, defended by Golston. Left side, McFall. McFall, one dribble, needs some help. Bounce pass off to Shelby Bird. 12-footer left side, good.
That 4-minute section, the first 4-minute section of the half, was dead even.
Pass over to Golston. Throws it off in the corner. Nunez fires up a three. It's short underneath. Reversed up and in. Right underneath the basket the right time was Smith. And she's got 12, 8 of them here in this quarter. 44-35 Trojanettes.
I say she's got almost all their points this
half. She scored them all but 2 in this the third quarter here. Here's Addison McFall driving, going to the bucket, throws it up, no, tapped it out, trying to get her on rebound, and it's going to go off the foot of Golston.
Good hustle by Addison. I like the aggression that she had that lane there in the middles.
Yeah.
She didn't finish, but went and got it.
Atkinson checks out, got Slagle back in for the Trojanettes. As Bird gets the ball out to Slagle. Slagle throws it out front now to Burton. Burton getting some pressure from Golston. Sends it back over to McFall. Now McFall covered up by Nunez. Sends it to Slagle. Slagle driving the baseline. Throws it off in the left corner. Burton with a three. No good this time. Nifley with a rebound for Campbellsville. 2:50 to go in the quarter. 9-point Barren County lead. It's deflected as she tried to throw it over the top of Shelby Bird. She comes up with a steal. Almost lost the handle. And then they foul her and no call. It comes back out to Burton. They go right side with it to McFall. McFall trying to make a move. Can't. Gives it to Bird. Bird to the right side. Trying to come off there from McFall. And we got a player down and ball knocked away. Here's Bird driving straight to the basket. Flips it up and in.
Call timeout there to get the injured player off. Actually,
we're going to call a full timeout, looks like. 2:25 to go here in the third is Barren County 46, Campbellsville 35. We'll return in a 30-second break as you're following the Trojanettes on 104.7 FM WCLU Sports.
Hey there, this is Billy with Southern States Glasgow.
And I'm Lindsay. A lot of people think we're just a farm store.
But we're so much more. From pet food and propane to lawn and garden supplies, we've got what you need every day of the year.
And don't forget the trusted advice, whether it's caring for your cattle, your backyard chickens, or your front yard grass.
Southern States Glasgow, locally owned, farmer friendly, and always here to help.
Southern States, your all-season solution.
2:25 to go, third quarter here in Campbellsville. Trojanettes 46, the Lady-Eagles 35. Largest leads 15 at one time at 32-17. And they did cut it to 7, but that's as close as they got. It's back up to 11 now.
Piper don't use timeouts hardly at all, but she's used 2. I think we have 3 left. And we're going to probably change up something defensively. I liked a couple possessions of that run and jump type trap, but we need to get back out of that right now and do something differently in the half court. They've got their big girl back in there, Lane, who takes up a lot of space and was tough on us there in the first half, especially towards the end.
Again, overall, this is a young Campbellsville basketball team. Nifley is the only senior in Owens that has played sparingly here in this ball game. As Nifley gets rid of the basketball to Nunez, they go in the middle of the lane. Over goes to Smith. She's just a sophomore. Cross-court pass, Nifley. Long-range three. No good. Rebound, Hedgepeth going back up, and a foul on Bragg.
Only problem I've got going zone is we just can't rebound out of it. And because there's no real defensive block-out assignments, and that time they shot a deep three. We didn't get the kick, and they get to the line.
And that's the fourth-team foul of the Trojanettes. Campbellsville yet to commit a foul here in this third quarter. Hedgepeth at the line. She doesn't shoot very well according to the stats. We'll see if she makes it. She does. Nothing but net. 37.5%. That just brought her foul shot percentage up. She's got 13 points in this basketball game. The lead is now 10, 46-36. And here's the second shot of the way, and it is going to stay in for Hedgepeth.
Didn't look like a sub 40%
I
shot.
know. 46-37. Barren County with a 9-point lead. Burton gets rid of the basketball out to Slagle. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Slagle sends it back over to Burton on the right side. Out top now, here's Bird. Goes left wing now to Slagle. Slagle trying to make a move on her defender, Nifley. Oh, bad pass, and Smith reaches in there and takes it. Going up against Bird. Blocked it from behind, but Hedgepeth got the rebound, and she's in traffic. Throws it back out to Nunez. They give it to Lane. Here's Nifley open for a three. No good. Lane with a rebound going back up against Bragg and puts it in.
That's exactly what she did to us in the first half. Just goes and gets the offensive boards.
And that cuts it back down to 7, the closest Campbellsville has been. 46-39 the score. Nice crossover dribble. Slagle gets fouled.
She's been about the only Trojanette to get to the free throw line tonight because of that going into traffic and just going straight into their bodies.
Foul is on Hedgepeth, her first personal. First foul on Campbellsville here in the third quarter. Slagle made 2 free throws back in the second quarter. Gets a pair here. First one is on the way, and it comes off. She'll have one more. Carly Hagan coming in to replace Hannah Bragg for the Trojanettes with 1:17 to go. 46-39, Barren County. Slagle back at the stripe for one more. Second of the 2 on the way, and it's in there. For a Kentucky Farm Bureau Matt London free throw. 3 of 4 tonight for Addie Slagle. Lead is 8, 47-39. Minute 11 to go here in the third quarter. Smith going to the right side as Hedgepeth lost the handle, but Smith there to grab it. Smith heads toward the lane and takes it all the way over the left side, and gives it to Golston. Golston off the screen right, picked up by Riley Wilson. They throw it back out now to Smith. Smith defended by Shelby Berg. 53 seconds to go in the third quarter. Smith with a basketball. Bounce pass knocked away by Wilson, but chased down. Smith retrieves it. 45 seconds. Smith in the corner. Nunez out to Golston. Right of the key. Ball skips off the hand of Hedgepeth and out of bounds.
Golston hadn't played a ton tonight. She just threw a bullet. You can't do that on a line drive pass.
And full court pressure here by Campbellsville as it comes into Addie Slagle. Slagle takes it right down to the left side, gives it off in there to Carly Hagan, goes under. Shot is blocked in there by Lane and taken by Nunez. 30 seconds to go in a quarter.
Got to know the clock.
Yep. Here is Golston with it. Leaves it out there with Lane, top of the key. Back over to Nunez. 23 seconds to go. Slagle outguarding Nunez, down to 18 seconds, 8-point lead for Barren County. Here's Lane on a give and go, and that's going to go out of bounds to Barren County with 14 seconds. Try to go back to Nunez with it.
We've given them the last shot, the second and the third quarter, and they turned it over both times, and we actually ended up with an opportunity to score again.
Yeah. This ball comes into Slagle. Slagle's going to work it up court, 10 seconds to play. Nunez defending her, trying to get away from her. Now throws it back out to Burton. Burton now gives to Bird. Bird throws up a three-point shot. It's too strong. And the rebound to Nunez. That will end the third quarter. And after 3, Barren County hanging on here. It's 47-39 Trojanettes. And we'll be back in 1 minute for the fourth quarter as you're following Barren County basketball on 104.7 FM WCLU Sports.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery. Whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries, our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at donfranklinauto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Extreme
39. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer here in Campbellsville. Trojanettes scored 13 that third quarter. Lady Eagles scored 14 to cut the lead down to 8. They did cut it to 7 on a couple of occasions. And then Barren built back up an 11-point lead. Largest been 15 in the ball game. The Trojanettes at one time led 32-17. It's Campbellsville's basketball. Smith has it for the Lady Eagles. And that ball is going to go off the leg of Bird and out of bounds. He tried to make a bounce pass.
Scored us by 2, you said that quarter, right?
1, 14-13. The ball comes into Nunez. She drives left of the lane, throws it out to Golston. Golston throws it to the corner now. And here is Smith. Has the shot blocked by Bird and a foul.
My assessment of our defense is it's not terrible, but we're taking way too many chances right now. Up by 8, we've got to make sure that we're playing solid defense, keep them in front, not give them lanes to go once you swipe and miss.
First free throw's good for Carson Smith. She's 3 out of 4 at the stripe now. 9 points in the second half, 13 for the basketball game. Lead is back down to 7 at 47-40. And she can trim it to 6 here if she connects, and she does. That's the closest Campbellsville has been since way back in the first half.
She's been really good this half, really good.
Actually, since the first quarter. Barren led by 9. Here's Atkinson in the left corner, trying to go baseline against Lane, and then throws it back out to Schlegel. Schlegel trying to work, trying to drive, leaves it over there with Carly Hagan. Hagan now straight away out to Atkinson. Atkinson crossover move, spin move, goes up against Lane. It's too strong against the glass.
You got to go into the body. Yep. You can't just flip it up and make them foul you.
Here's Hedgesmith, right side, off the hand. A Bird trying to go to Smith. 7:18 to go. It's a 6-point lead for Barren County, 47-41. And Smith gets it inbounds to Hedgesmith in the corner. Underneath, hit one dribble. It's Lane putting it up and in.
Yep. I mean, they're taking advantage of our weak post defense, and their big is just hurting us.
Yep. 15-point lead has diminished to 4. In the corner, Atkinson pulls the trigger. No good. Long rebound to Smith. Campbellsville can cut it to 1 and a 3-point shot. Here's Smith giving it out to Golston. Golston driving right of the lane. Forces up the shot, taken away from her by Mahala Burton, but she stepped on the baseline. Hannah Bragg and Riley Wilson returning to the Trojanet lineup for Carly Hagan and Ann Ashley Atkinson. 6:49 to go here in the basketball game. 47-43 Trojanettes. Campbellsville with the basketball. Nunez floats it out there for somebody to grab, and Smith's there to grab it. Smith, top of the key, defended by Shelby Bird. Now takes it to the right side, hands it off to Nunez. Schlegel guarding her, gets the screen there, has it taken away by Schlegel. Schlegel on the move, to the basket, puts it up, it is good.
That's the right decision. Take it all the way there. They never really fully committed defensively to you.
49-43, Barren County, 6:24 to go. Ball slapped away by Burton, and that's going to come almost into the backcourt.
Very close.
Just an inch away, and timeout by Campbellsville.
Full?
No, 30-second timeout. 6:17 to go in the basketball game. Barren County 49, Campbellsville 43. Closest Campbellsville has been since the first quarter. Trojanettes led 18-9 at the end of the first quarter, led by 9 at halftime, and led by 8 at the end of the third. But we talked about they built up a 15-point lead there, and the Trojanettes went up 32-17.
Well, part of the reason that lead just completely evaporated was we went on a just complete offensive drought. That little steal and layup there with about 6:30 to go was our first bucket since 2:30 left in the third quarter. So you add all that up, and that is 4 minutes without a field goal, right?
Yep.
You can't go on droughts against really decent teams, competitive teams, and expect to maintain leads. And so fortunately we were able to get that steal and layup to go back and break that drought. But 4 minutes without a field goal there to end the end the third quarter and start the fourth is the main reason why they were able to make it a ball game.
All right, Campbellsville's basketball. Nifley will get the ball in play in the corner to Hedgesmith. Works against Bragg, spins, goes under, puts it up and in. Just left her.
Yeah, called timeout. We were really focusing on Lane and really went off of her, and they just drove right past us.
16 now for Hedgesmith. It's 49-45. Burton with the basketball. Pressure from Nifley. And that ball had to go up and get that one. It was Wilson. Sends it back out to Burton. Burton trying to make a move on Nifley. Throws it out to Slagle. Slagle with a long-range three look. Going to step back and fire it up there. It's way off the mark. Lane with a rebound. Didn't even draw iron.
Fourth shot.
Here's a pass knocked away by Bragg into the hands of Slagle, and she gets fouled. No call.
There's not another official back there.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a terrible officiating.
Nobody even was back there.
That's just a terrible rotation. Both guys were in the wrong slot, and nobody was rotated back. Not only did she get fouled, but we didn't even knock it out of bounds. And again, welcome to the fifth region.
Yep, that's true. It's Nifley with the basketball. Nifley gives it out to Smith. Smith with a bounce pass to the left elbow. It's Hedgesmith. Gives it to Lane. Back right side, Golston. Now Golston hands it off to Smith. 5:20 to play. 4-point ball game here. 49-45. Here's Lane right of the key. Gives it to Nifley. Nifley driving to the right side. Pulls up. Can't shoot. Gives it back over to Smith. Now Smith into the corner. And out of bounds off Shelby Bird. As they float it out, is Smith driving it into the lane, and a whistle, a block on Shelby Bird. And that's number 3.
She wouldn't even shoot the basketball. And okay, he said he put up 2
I
fingers,
would thought.
and then he pointed to the... Oh, man.
As it comes out to Smith, left wing, gives to Nifley, dumps it down to Lane, blocked in there by jump ball.
We'll get it. Late whistle, but favorable whistle actually there as she rotated over and helped that Hannah to get that block.
And Campbellsville's going to pick up with full court pressure here as Bird trying to find somebody open. Gets it into Slagle. Got fouled by Nifley. Taking it down the floor. Pulls up, gives it off to Burton. 3, no good. And a rebound, Slagle. Got fouled there, no call. And then they're going to call a foul on us.
Not very good. Piper doesn't get upset hardly at all.
No.
She couldn't be happy there.
Foul was on Slagle, her first.
The official just gave her the hand and said, "Don't talk to me." That's not very good officiating again.
Oh, boy.
Hanging on. 4:44 to go, up 4.
Smith with the basketball. Taking it to the left side. Gets into a trap. It's Golston. Fires it out to Hedgesmith. Gives it to Nifley for a 3-point attempt. It's no good. Long rebound in the corner to Burton. Hooks it off now to Shelby Bird. Bird pushing it down the floor. Angles right. Goes to the basket. Got fouled. No call.
You're not going to get any free throws here. Got to fight through it. Fight through it. And adjust. You got to adjust the way the game's being called, not how it should be called.
Burton left baseline, looking, feeds it underneath the Bird. Got fouled, no call. Bird got it back though, double team, trying to force it up, and a foul this time, finally called. Lane, her first, team's first of the fourth quarter. Shelby Bird has not been to the free throw line tonight, 74%er on the season. 18 points in the basketball game, including 2 threes. The first one is up and good for a Kentucky Farm Bureau Matt London free throw toss. Back up to 5 at 50-45. 4:18 still to play.
I'm glad they're taking the Lane girl out. I really don't know why she doesn't play more. She's played better tonight.
She takes up space inside. Second shot good for Shelby Bird. She's got an even 20. And it's 51-45, back up to a 6-point lead.
We're kind of doing some personnel substitutions. They take Lane out, we take Bragg out, and put Ann Ashley back in.
And Smith with a basketball for Campbellsville. They come to set a double screen. Here goes Smith over Wilson. And they're going to call it on Riley Wilson. Her third, team's fourth of the fourth quarter. 2 shots for Carson Smith. She's 4 of 5 from the stripe.
We really need to adjust a little bit the way we're running or defending that pick and roll. Their bigs are no threat to pick and pop there. You got to go underneath and let your man go underneath and give a little bit of help if they put their head down and go to the bucket.
Smith misses the first of 2. She'll have one more. 4:06 to play. 51-45 Trojanettes. Second shot good for Smith. Now 51-47. Here's Slagle in the back corner. 51-46. Slagle penetrating the lane, going under, missing the layup, and it's rebounded there by the Lady-Eagles.
It's the right move. She had a lane.
Yep. It's Nifley forcing up the shot. No. Hedgespeth puts it back up and in.
It's killing us. Offensive boards killing us.
18 for Hedgespeth, 51-48, down to 3. Here's Burton driving and a collision here, and they're going to call a blocking foul. And that's going to put Burton at the free throw line, or should, for 2 shots. Foul is on Owens, her second. And number 2 on the Lady-Eagles here in the fourth quarter. Burton, 23 of 29 from the foul line of the season, has knocked down 2 3-pointers tonight, and the first free throw is missed. Can't miss free throws in a close game.
Her and Slagle both uncharacteristically missed one.
Yep. 3:41 to go. 51-48 Trojanettes. Burton, second toss is good. 2-possession game. 3:40 to go. Start the clock. Start the clock. Start the clock.
I don't know what's the matter with it. It skips. It went from 41 down to 35.
Here's Hedgespeth inside. Out for a 3. Nifley, no good. And the rebound cleared out by Addie Slagle. She had boxed out the big girl on the board there, which was Hedgespeth. Here's Slagle with a basketball, defended by Golston. Foul on Golston. Her second, team's third of the quarter.
Our guards are going to have to be really good down the stretch here, handling the basketball and handling their pressure.
Ball comes out to Burton. Hooks it over here to Slagle. Goes to Bird. Bird goes up with a shot. Got fouled. No call. Atkinson puts it back up and in.
And Ashley on the backside for the save there.
And now the lead back up to 6 at 54-48. 3:04 to play. It's Smith off the right side. Golston across the key. Goes back to Smith. Another 3-point attempt that's good, and Smith knocks it down.
Timeout. We got to get a timeout.
Yep. And that's her first 3 of the night, and the lead is down to 3 now. 54-51. 2:47 to play. Timeout. An official timeout.
Shelby.
And
Shelby came up and couldn't close out to that 3. She had a perfect beat on it to go out and close out hard, but she just kind of said, I need out.
So Addison McFall has checked in with 2:46 to play. Comes into Burton. Burton will work against Nifley. Gets it across the timeline. Getting a lot of pressure out there. Gets rid of the basketball to McFall with Golston guarding her. Here's Addie Slagle. Thought about the 3. A little pump fake there. Gives it to Burton on the left wing. Burton looking for Wilson. Can't find her. Gives it back out to Slagle. 2:25 to go. 3-point ball game here. 54-51. Slagle trying to penetrate. Can't go. They come chasing her now. Bounce pass out to Burton. Burton on the dribble. Down to 2:13. Burton against Smith out there. Gets rid of the basketball. Right wing to Atkinson. Atkinson across the key. Now backs up against Hedgespeth. Hedgespeth really putting the pressure on her. Timeout. Piper Lindsay, 30-second timeout.
Good defense there by Campbellsville forcing that timeout. Slagle's got a tough matchup. She's 5'3", and Nifley is 5'10", is what they've got her on the paper. So that length makes it hard for Addie to get her shot up and really pass around it. So their ball pressure is really good right now, and I don't know if Shelby will be able to get back in there or not. 2:03 to go, just up 5, but we do have the ball. And the fouls, our next foul will put them in the bonus, and they're 2 away from putting us in the penalty. I think they've got the possession arrow too.
Yeah, 4 fouls on the Trojanettes, 3 on Campbellsville here in this fourth quarter. And it shows 3 timeouts remain for each.
And it's been 3 all game, though, so I don't think they really do a good job.
Not using that at all, are they?
No. Because that's our third one, so we've got 2 left. And I think they've got 3. Yeah. Mr. Weaver said 2 timeouts left.
Barren County's basketball, Atkinson down below us here to put it in play.
They're really covering us up. We got to make sure we get it in.
We try to stack it up here. Atkinson looking, gets it in play to Burton. Burton crosses back over the midcourt line. 2 minutes to play. Now it skipped again.
Yeah, I don't know what it does.
And here's Slagle driving in the corner. It's Wilson with a shot that's no good. Smith with a rebound. Ahead up to Smith. Drives under, puts it up and in. And now all of a sudden a 1-point ball game at 54-53 and 1:38 to play. As Slagle got knocked to the floor by Golston, being helped up by Golston, and Golston will pick up her 3rd personal foul. That is number 4 against Campbellsville. Barren County's basketball, full court pressure by the Lady-Eagles, and 1:35 to play as it comes into Burton. And that clock is still not started yet. Burton gets it across. Now it's skipped to 1:28. Burton gives it out now to Slagle. Slagle against Smith. Slagle trying to make a move on her. Now backs up. Sends it back over to Burton. 1:13 to play. Here's Burton. Off the left side, out front. Slagle down to 108. Slagle against Smith. 1-point game here. Slagle on the dribble against Smith. 58 seconds to play.
Oh, yeah. It's not working.
You don't know how much time's left.
Oh, yeah. It's not working.
You don't know how much time's left.
It doesn't stop on time, and it doesn't start on time. It's actually a fundamental part of the game that you have to get corrected.
Especially in a game like this.
I don't understand how everybody's just oblivious to why it's doing that.
I mean, it'll skip 6 seconds before it even starts.
And then it takes 6 seconds for it to stop.
Yeah, I don't know. 32.7 is what they have on the clock. 56-53. It'll be Campbellsville's basketball underneath.
So they missed that. We got the rebound, and then in heavy traffic. I mean, she got fouled, but they're not going to call that, obviously. But Wilson was called for the turnover. She did walk, but again, it was not on her own volition.
I think she got a little shove that made her walk.
Campbellsville's got 2 timeouts, and we've got 2 timeouts as we go here to the last 30 seconds. They'll have it underneath their basket. Let's go.
Was that a full timeout? Been more like 2 minutes.
She just called another timeout?
She did.
They just called
Waiting to see.
They just called another timeout.
Full timeout. Okay, we'll take a 30-second timeout. 30 seconds. Barren County 56, Campbellsville 53 on WCLU Sports.
Extreme Health Club and Extreme Fitness for Women, both with 24-hour access. And Extreme Blend Smoothie Bar to help you refuel and recover. Over 8,000 square feet of weights in Extreme Health Club and ladies only at Extreme Fitness for Women, including tanning beds, both with access to saunas, infrared saunas, and the 90-degree saline therapy pool. You'll love the wide variety of classes with experienced instructors. Personal training is available and with the best in the business. Call or stop by today and see what everybody's talking about.
.7 seconds remaining. Campbellsville's basketball underneath.
They just called back-to-back timeouts. How many times do you see that?
Not very often.
But they're really drawing something up underneath. They have gone thrown it to the corner and then thrown it back to their big the last few times.
Hedgepeth will trigger it in for Campbellsville. As they look, they send it out front to Smith. Smith off the screen right, gets into a trap, floats it down low in there to Hedgepeth, throws it back underneath for a shot that's put up and in by Owens.
Extra pass.
56-55, 20 seconds to play. Burton in the backcourt against Smith. Going to have to get it across the line. Got her hands all over. Gets it in front court, foul with 13.6. And that is the 5th foul on Campbellsville in this quarter. And you put Mahala Burton at the line, 1 of 2 tonight for the Trojanettes. 56-55, Barren County, 13.6. Big free throws right here for the sophomore Mahala Burton. It's up and it is no good. One more try at it here.
Got to get back here. They're going to push quickly and then get a timeout if they get in front court.
And missed both free throws. And that ball went off the hand of Smith and out of bounds.
I was just making sure he called it. He was doing a lot of talking.
Yep. He was looking at the other official. Burton will put the ball in play. 13.2. Burton looking. Going to have to hurry. Forces it out to Slagle. Slagle with 11 seconds to play. Golson fouls her with 9.8. And that's her 4th. And Slagle is at the line where she's 3 for 4 tonight. Barren County is 4 of 8 from the foul line here in the second half.
That percentage has got to go up.
Yes,
just above
absolutely.
60% on the year. You got to go up in those close games.
First one by Slagle is good.
Now get back.
57-55, Trojanettes.
They've got 1 timeout. We've got 2.
Slagle, one more shot. It's in the air and it is short. And that ball. They called a timeout before she really grabbed the ball.
Yeah, he had already been told if they miss it as soon as they touch it to get that timeout.
8.9 to play, and it's a 57-55 Barren County lead. And free throw misses tonight. We have missed 5 in the second half, 4 here in the fourth quarter. Barren County just 4 of 8 from the foul line here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, not super. Just to be honest with you. But that's all part of coming on the road on a Monday night and trying to fight one out. Up as much as 15, and we're up 2. I'm not even going to try to tell you what this clock's going to do here with 8.9, but maybe we need to set up here and hand count it to make sure we don't need to do an official review or something. They got to bring it to full length, 8.9, and they are out of timeouts. However, we are over the bonus or over the penalty limit, so we can't foul them. Any foul we do, kind of like that last Franklin game, will put them to the line. We don't need to foul whatsoever.
Hedgepeth will put the ball in play as it comes into Smith. Smith dribbles it down, and there's going to be a foul on Riley Wilson. Exactly what you did not want.
That's exactly what we did in Franklin. We fouled right there at half court. One of our bigs fouled at half court and put them at the line.
And Smith has hit 3 of 4 here in the fourth quarter. 6 of 8 for the ball game. And the shot goes up and it's good.
You got to make sure you get the rebound.
And she can tie it up here with 6 seconds to play.
What's giving them a chance is their offensive rebounding. Yeah. They've got 17 in the game.
17 offensive rebounds. Unbelievable. Second shot for Smith on the way. Got them both. Tied game at 57. Ball comes into play. It's McFall. And a timeout here.
Good job.
They got a foul call. Got a foul on Golston.
Are you kidding?
I thought it was going to be a timeout. Golston fouls out. I thought they called a timeout.
Wow.
I thought we called a timeout. So 3.5 seconds to play is going to put Addison McFall at the free throw line, where she knocked down 2 threes in the first quarter. Has not been to the free throw line that much this year. First one on the way, good.
We got to match up by 20.
58-57, Barren County.
All They're out of timeouts. Remind you, if we make or miss, they got to go.
McFall, second of two, and it's no good. Rebound Atkinson. Dribbles out of traffic, gives it to Burton, and time runs out. Our Trojanettes win at 58-57.
Well, that's a gutsy win for the Trojanettes on the road, and big free throw there by Addison. And actually, I think she did us a favor by missing the second one, so they couldn't get it in and couldn't set up any type of play. That was a best-case scenario. Big rebound there by Ann Ashley to even make sure that they didn't get anything with it.
Yeah.
We played the last 2:30 without Shelby, too. So, you know, just a gutsy win all around. Up 15, win by 1, but a win's a win.
That is true. The Trojanettes go to 17-2 on the year. Campbellsville drops to 11-5. And Coach Piper Lindsay will make her way upstairs here to the nosebleed section that we're in. And we'll talk about this game a little bit. Coach, a hard-fought win for you here on the road tonight. Wow, 58-57 when you're playing against sometimes 8 people out there, but I won't talk about that any further. But a gutsy win for you tonight here on the road.
Yeah, it was. You know, we just got to learn to continue to be strong with the basketball. I feel like that was kind of at times, you just got to kind of have to rip it through and go and get to the rim. And I thought, you know, we had some kids that made plays there down the stretch. I mean, I thought we had a good lead at the beginning, but of course we knew they're going to bounce back. Heck, they were down 18-0 to E-Town and came back and beat them. But we got to do a better job as far as inside. The inside presence kind of hurt us. I was more concerned about 31 and 20, and I don't think they really did as much as they typically can do.
No.
But we 32 inside and 23 inside both hurt us a little bit.
Yeah, and I think we got so many offensive rebounds tonight. I think it was 17 we counted, maybe 18 that Robert was keeping up there. But got to do a better job on the boards, and you've talked about that off and on this season.
Well, yeah, and that's just so disappointing because that's something that we kind of thrive on. That's the end of a defensive possession, and obviously we are defensive minded, and that's just inexcusable. But again, that's just something we got to continue to work on and continue to find bodies. I mean, I know that they were taller than us, they were bigger than us, but it's just some fight, and it's just one thing that we got to continue to work on.
It's got to be very aggressive, be very physical inside. You never knew what they were going to call, and then the clock was malfunctioning most of the night too, and
I didn't understand
kind of threw us off kilter there too. But a good win on the road here on a Monday night and on a holiday night too. Out of school today, and now you get to go back to school tomorrow and kind of get things going again on a regular basis and get ready for Glasgow on Friday night. A team that you handled pretty handily the first time, but you know, you can go to 4-0 in the district, and that we kind of seal our own fate by winning that ball game on Friday night and move up to the number 1 seed.
Yeah, we can. Like you talk about going back to school, it's always nice to go back to school after a win, especially like this. But I'm proud of the girls for just their fight, and they just again kind of never gave up and just kind of battled through some of the adversity. But as far as Friday goes, yeah, we got to come and take care of business, and obviously we hold our own fate. You know, if we take care of that, you know, that's what we like. We don't want to put it in anybody else's hands. We just got to do what we do.
And I didn't mention about we had 9 3-pointers tonight too, and 7 in the first half, of course, and by 5 different players. I mean, Hannah Bragg hits a 3 for you tonight.
Yep, and when she's capable of it, so we were glad that she kind of stepped up and hit that one.
Yeah. Well, Coach, congratulations to you. We'll see you over at Glasgow on Friday night.
All right, thank y'all.
All right, Coach Piper Lindsay, the Trojanettes, they win it 1 point here tonight, 58-57, over a good Campbellsville Lady-Eagle team here on their home court. We're going to come back as Coach's comments brought to you by Colton Steakhouse and Grill. Back with our TJ Regional Health postgame report in 2 minutes on 104.7 FM WCLU Sports.
Growing up is realizing that everyone who told you to eat your breakfast when you were little was actually eating this for breakfast.
It's your turn to take your place at the breakfast table and savor the taste of culinary independence with freshly toasted bagels at McDonald's. Indulge in the breakfast you've always wanted and start the day off the right way, your way.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable, a A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Your local Kubota dealer is J&J Sales on the corner of West Main and Reynolds Road in Glasgow.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
Back here with the TJ Regional Health Post-Game Report. The Trojanettes win at 58-57 over Campbellsville. As we take a look at McDonald's post-game stats, Barren County led 18-9 at the end of the first quarter, 34-25 at halftime, 47-39 after 3. Got outscored in that final quarter, 18-11. Campbellsville now 11-5 on the year with 22 field goals. They had 2 more than Barren County tonight, 22 field goals, but only 2 3-pointers. They were 9 of 15 from the foul line, 22 for Carson Smith. She had 18 of those in the second half, and 18 for Simone Hedspeth. And she had 8 baskets and 2 for 2 from the foul line. Smith, by the way, on field goals, she made 7 field goals, one of those a 3-point shot, and she was 7 of 9 from the foul line. Alexis Nifley has 7, all in the first half, with 3 and a couple of 2s. 6 points for Justice Lane on 3 baskets. 2 baskets for Tazaria Owens for 4 points, and that was the scoring for Campbellsville tonight. For the Trojanettes, 20 field goals, 9 3-pointers, 7 in the first half, 2 in the second half, 9 of 16 from the foul line for the ball game, and that included in the fourth quarter. They shot 10 free throws in the fourth quarter. Trojanettes only making 5 of those. That has to come up as the season goes along. Shelby Bird finishing with 20 points tonight. Did not play the last 3 minutes of the ball game. She had 12 of those in the first half. 8 field goals, 2 threes, 2 for 2 from the foul line. She was the leading scorer tonight. Addie Slegel with 14 tonight. She had 2 threes, a couple of 2s, and was 4 of 6 from the foul line. 14 for Addie Slegel. 7 points for Mahala Burton, 2 threes, and 1 of 4 from the foul line for Mahala Burton. 7 points for Addison McFall. Knocked down 2 threes, and the big free throw there at the end, which pushed the lead out to 1 point there, and she was 1 of 2 from the foul line. 5 points for Hannah Bragg. She knocked down a 3-point shot and a 2-point basket. 4 for Ann Ashley Atkinson, a couple of field goals, and 1 point for Carly Hagan. She was 1 of 2 from the foul line. But wow, what a win here on the road against a very physical, and of course, when you're in the 5th region, it's going to be called differently.
Yeah, fun game. Games that we need. You obviously want to come down here and win those games, but for the long haul, these are games that you need to have to make you better. You fight through adversity, you fight through their physicality. As you mentioned, Shelby was out the last 3:30, came out of the game. Hopefully she's okay and we can get her back for Glasgow. But everybody had to do the little things, and we fought through their pressure. I thought our guards were really good handling the basketball through some of that. And did we make mistakes? Yes. We had 13 turnovers, but ultimately, we started the game super hot. We were 7 of 12 in the first half from 3 and finished in the second half just 2 for 8. So we definitely cooled down and had to fight through some poor shooting to be able to come out of here with a win, albeit just by 1. So for tonight, I had us, we didn't even match up there. I had us 20 field goals for 49. You had, I think that's what you had too. Yes. 20 for 49 for 41%. 9 threes out of 20 for 45%. So shoot better from 3 than we did 2. They had 22 is what I had them for. 22 of 54 for 41%. They did not shoot the 3 well at all. As Piper mentioned, she was worried about some of those kids, the Nifley kids specifically. From 3, she was not very good. From distance, they were just 2 of 14 for a team. We turned it over 13. They turned it over 10. The big number that you talked to Piper about was we got out rebounded 36-26, and they beat us by 7 on the offensive glass, 17-10. But we had a big offensive board there at the end by Ann Ashley to kind of seal the victory off of a missed free throw. But it may be kind of lame of me, but we'll go with the play of the game is McFall just getting the ball down the floor, getting fouled, and I would have never in my wildest dreams thought that they would call a foul on Campbellsville on their home floor against an out-of-region team with 3 seconds to go when they weren't trying to foul. We were trying to get a timeout, but
and I thought that's what we called there too. So.
Well, I said it too, but Addison stepped up there, made a big free throw, and Ashley got the bucket. Or got the rebound off the miss, and we'll ride home with the W.
And McFall hits the free throw to seal the deal with 58-57 the final score. The player of the game tonight, brought to you by Southern States. By the way, the play of the game is presented by CPC Commodities, and we've already talked about that. But our Southern States player of the game tonight. Well, it's hard to really. Well, every game it's hard to pick one. Unless something really stands out, you know.
I thought Addison was good.
Yep.
And she was good off the bench. She hit a couple big threes early, but Addie really kind of kept things going throughout the whole game. She handled the basketball under pressure. She did a great job, really making sure that last 2 minutes that we held on to the basketball, and you could argue maybe a bigger play than Addison's free throw was that 15-foot jumper she made that actually broke the tie in the game. Right. It was just under a minute to go. So Slagle, to me, I think deserves the player of the game, and one of the reasons we come out of here tonight with a win.
Yep, 58-57 is final. Trojanettes over Campbellsville. We'll come back in 2 minutes, and we'll get ready for the boys as the Trojans take on the Eagles of Campbellsville here in Game 2 of a doubleheader as we continue our coverage of Barren County basketball in 2 minutes on 104.7 FM WCLU Sports.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that Farmers RECC honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track when they're not, we've got you. Always. Farmers RECC is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
RTC.
When trying to find a bank that satisfies, everyone wants more of this. But where do you go to find great savings and friendly service all in one? A Casasa account at the People's Bank. Casasa accounts offer high interest, cash back, and automatic savings growth. Whether you open a Casasa Cash, Casasa Cash Back, or Casasa Saver, your earnings will be through the roof. Come see the People's Bank in Cave City or Glasgow and see the difference in savings and service. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact the People's Bank for details. Member FDIC.
Hey there, this is Billy with Southern States Glasgow.
And I'm Lindsay. A lot of people think we're just a farm store.
But we're so much more. From pet food and propane to lawn and garden supplies, we've got what you need every day of the year.
And don't forget the trusted advice, whether it's caring for your cattle, your backyard chickens, or your front yard grass.
Southern States Glasgow, locally owned, farmer friendly, and always here to help.
Southern States, your all-season solution.
lost their sixth straight game on Saturday to Portland, Tennessee in the Gary Force, Kentucky-Tennessee clash at Greenwood, 60-53. The loss dropped the Barren County Trojans to 9-8 on the year. Campbellsville is under third-year coach Anthony Epps, a former Kentucky Wildcat player. They've lost 4 in a row and 6 of their last 7, and they have a 4-11 record. Campbellsville out of District 20 in Region 5, playing a tough district with Taylor County, Adair County, and Marion County. The Eagles lost to Marion County Friday night, 61-52. They do return their top 2 scorers from last year in Keaton Horde, 17 points a game, and Jalen Cribbins at 14.5 points a game. Last year, they were just 2-26. Before that, 13-16 under Epps. And Barren County won the last 2 games. Last year, 53-45, and 2 years ago, 71-33. One of Campbellsville's wins this season was against Adair County, 60-57, and they have lost some close games. They've lost to Russell County by 8, Greene County by 6, Harlan County by 6, Bardstown by 5, Marion County by 9, and the Eagles have played 2 other 4th region teams with losses to Greenwood by 14 and Cumberland County by 12. And now the Trojans have not lost 6 in a row since the 2010-2011 season, so they need to win this game tonight, get some confidence back, because this Friday night, Robert, it's going to be a very tough district rematch with Glasgow, which was an overtime loss to the Scotties just a couple of weeks ago, and a loss by Barren County would give the Scotties more than likely the number 1 seed in District 15.
It guarantees them pretty much. I don't see any other way that we can do it. But starting Friday night, we've got all of our second half of our district games in 7 days. Well, I guess 8 days. Friday, Monday, Friday, you play the second half of your district games, and you don't want the schedule to work out that way. And we talked about how I don't like the way that we had to reschedule that Allen game because they had to go to the 2A. I think there's administrative things that need to be done to make sure that doesn't happen in the future. But that's the way it is. We've got to play Glasgow Friday at their place. We've got to go to Allen Monday at their place, and then the next game is at Warren East. So all 3 of those games are very important for us, and we need to get back on the right side of the winning column. But you know, at some point we have to have, I guess, a frame shift, a mind shift away from what has happened. And both of these teams are in the same, I guess, mindset right now. They lost, 6 of their 7. We've lost our last 6. And so somebody's going to get back on the right side of things. What do we need to do differently tonight? I think we need to push the basketball. I think we need to score and not necessarily rely on our half court. I think this needs to be an up and down type game. I think we need to move the basketball and score in transition. So some kind of transition setup. Sideline break is kind of elementary, but at the same time, there's all kinds of versions of that. And just get out in transition and go, go, go. And if we have to use our defense to turn up that, we need to. The other thing that we need to do is we've got to score early in those possessions and not make it where we have to rely on that offense. We're not getting a lot out of our half court, so maybe set some middle screens instead of all of our sideline screens. All of our action goes from the sides, so we need to move some things around and just do something differently to get out of this mess that we're in right now.
Yeah, that's your J&J Sales keys to the game tonight. We'll come back and take a look at starting lineups here in 1 minute. We'll take a 1-minute break. Starting lineups coming up next here on 104.7 FM WCLU Sports.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
Get in. We're making country great again. Come on.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
Willie 94.1.
You got to have an ace in the hole.
Willie 94.1.
I'm a hard working man.
The Big Willie.
Oh, little rock.
It's great country. Willie 94.1.
We're making country great again, and we've got the Real Trader for you every weekday morning starting at 8. Join me, Mac Daniels, for it right here on Willie 94.1.
Luke Pritchard, our producer, back in Glasgow as the Trojans take out the Eagles of Campbellsville here on the road tonight. Looking at the starting lineup for tonight's game, brought to you by Lakeside Recycling. First for Campbellsville, under head coach Anthony Epps, they'll start Keaton Horde, 5'10 senior, averaging 17 points a game. Jalen Crimmins, a 6'1 senior, 14.4 points and 5 rebounds. Ty Milburn, 6'4 junior, 7.5 points, 5.5 rebounds. Lanigan Price, a 5'9 junior, 6 points a game, and Adrian Lanham, a 6'3 senior that averages 3.5 points a game for the Eagles. Barren County Trojans under 18th year head coach Warren Cunningham. It's Cade Hardy, a 6 foot, 155-pound senior, averaging 12.6 points a game. Weston Shelton, 6 foot, 160, a sophomore, averaging 11.5. Gavin Nunn, 6'7", 250, a senior, 9.4 points, 8 rebounds a game. Jackson Bird, 6'3", 195, and a senior, 5.7 points and 5 rebounds. And Cameron Pippin, 6'4", 165, senior, averaging 8 points and 4.2 rebounds. The Trojans are limited tonight. Maddox Griggs will not play tonight. Katavian Fryer will not play tonight. Neither will Cale Edwards. All three of those guys a little under the weather.
Well, we don't have a lot of depth anyway, so that really cuts into it. Griggs has moved into the starting lineup recently and has given us a lift from that guard position, and Katavian is our backup post player. So a little limited tonight, but hopefully we'll get everybody well and have us full strength after our 4-day school week.
Yep. The Eagles average 57.3 points a game. They shoot 40% from the field, 89 threes on the year, and that's an average of 6 a game. Now, the Friday night stats included with Horde scoring 21 points in that ball game, and they shoot 66% from the foul line, 26.5 rebounds. The Trojans are averaging 60 points a game, shooting 42% from the field. They've made 91 threes. That's at 29.7% and 67% from the foul line. Barren County is down below us here, and Campbellsville is down the way to our right as we're high above courtside here for this doubleheader tonight. Again, Friday night, we're at Glasgow, district doubleheader, and it'll be at 6 o'clock, Trojanettes, Lady Scotties, followed by the Trojans and the Scotties, and then the snow will move in this weekend. They keep talking about that. Is it true that we're going to be under a winter storm this weekend? I guess
I'll tell you
we'll find out. And they turn the lights out here for their lineup.
I'll tell you Sunday afternoon if it's coming or not.
Sunday afternoon. I would think by then we would probably know.
Yep.
Yeah, it's supposed to start, they're saying late Friday night, so probably around midnight, and lasting all through the day on Saturday. But hey, it's only Monday. How can you really predict what we're, 10 inches of snow 5 days ahead of time?
They guess all the time anyway, don't they?
I think so, yeah.
Get us all hyped up about it.
Well, it's the economy. They're trying to get everybody to get out to the stores, get your milk and bread and eggs and toilet paper and whatever other basic necessities you have to have when you're snowed in for a few days.
Yeah. I bet you've already made your grocery list.
I have not. But now I'm telling you, probably by Wednesday, well, we don't have any ball games tomorrow night, so I might just do it tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're off Tuesday night. That's just part of this weird.
It's
we
crazy.
Didn't have a Friday night game. That's a staple night that you usually play, and then we didn't have a Tuesday night game this week.
We didn't have a Friday night game last week.
Right. So you're just all out of sorts when we're playing 4 consecutive Mondays and you don't have Tuesday and Friday games. But that gives you a chance to, I would say, we take off tomorrow. Both squads, if you get a W, you take off tomorrow, and then you come back on Wednesday and Thursday, have a little practice and prepare for Friday night.
Our starting lineups were brought to you by Lakeside Recycling, the officials out of Region 5. I think we have one that refereed the girls' game. We have 2 new ones for the boys. Extreme Health Club and Fitness for Women and ATM Media Solutions. And our opening tip-off brought to you by Farmers RECC. First quarter of action, Raphael Sports Bar. Gavin onto the jump circle for Barren. It's Ty Milburn for Campbellsville. Barren County in the burgundy, Campbellsville in the white. Here we go. The Trojans control the tap, and Cade Hardy will set things up for Barren County as we're underway here in Campbellsville. Here's Hardy with a bounce pass into Bird. Now they go inside to Nunn, out to Pippin, fakes the 3, try to drive into the top of the key. He'll throw it back out to Hardy near midcourt.
Man-to-man.
Yep. Goes left side with it, Shelton. Set a screen there was Bird. Feeds it off to Bird. Underneath to none. He puts it in.
I said it the
That's
other day.
good play right there.
I said it the other day at Greenwood. I thought our bigs passed the ball well, and Jackson picks up right there. An assisted bucket in 30 seconds in.
Milburn to the right side. Gives it out to Lanham. They go left side with it to Cribbins. Cribbins coming off the screen there was Horde. He couldn't get the pass. They go down low to Milburn. Down low against none. They throw it out left wing for a three-point attempt that is no good. Ball knocked away and comes to the hands of Kate Hardy. Here come the Trojans on the attack. Hardy wheeling around to the left side. Out top it comes to Pippin. Right side is Shelton. Bird sets the screen. Shelton cut off. They give it back to Bird and then back to Shelton. Fires it over to Hardy. In the corner goes to Pippin. And now Pippin looking. Dumps it down in there to none. Posted up. Now here at the free throw line is Jackson Bird driving into the basket. Puts it up and in against his defender.
So right play there. I think Jackson had our first 2 buckets the other night when we were at the Greenwood Classic there.
4-0. Trojans lead it here. Working with it to the left side, they go to Horde. Horde comes off the screen, top of the key, 17-footer, rims, no good. Ball is slapped out, kept alive by Campbellsville. Out of the right corner, three-point attempt that's no good. Battle for the rebound, tapped out, and grabbed again by Campbellsville underneath the Milburn. He puts it up, it's no good, but a foul on Gavin Nunn.
Those were all taps. They weren't something that really we could do much about other than put your body on somebody and really get a block out and check out rebound.
Milburn is a 66% foul shooter on the year for Campbellsville, averages 7.5 points a game. 6'4" junior, free throw is up and good. 4-1, Barren County, 6:27 to play, first quarter. Milburn back of the line for one more shot. On the way, and it's good. 4-2. Barren County with the basketball as Weston Shelton brings it up.
It's not a team that's really going to press you. They're just sitting back in kind of half-court man here.
Yep. You go left side to Pippin. Now Pippin looking, putting down the dribble. Nunn came over to set a screen. Nothing happened there. Back out to Hardy. Right side it goes to Shelton. Now Shelton being chased, got into a double team there for a moment. Here's Bird, feeds it off to Nunn, turns, looks, gives it to Pippin. Can't shoot the three. Now steps over to shoot a three.
Blocked.
And it's partially blocked. And Bird tried to save it. I'm not sure if
it
should. I thought somebody got a hand on it.
Yeah, I thought he
Bird
did.
tried to go for it. Well, anyway, we can see that on the instant replay. Our instant replays are brought to you by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. 5:53 to go, first quarter. 4-2, the Trojans. Campbellsville with the basketball. As Cribbins has it for the Eagles, gives it off to Milburn, fires it down inside. Breaking to the basket is Lanham for the two-point basket. Ties it up at 4. Shelton with it on the right side for the Trojans. Being defended out there by Price. They give it to Kate Hardy. Now Kate Hardy feeds it in the middle. Bird, free throw line. Over to Pippin on the left wing. Dumps it down to Nunn. Nunn posted up in there with a hook shot up and no good. Milburn with a rebound for Campbellsville. Down the right side is Cribbins. Crossover dribble, gives it to Milburn. They go in the left corner for a three, and it is good by Price. That's his 23rd three-point shot of the year. He's the second best on the team on three-point shots. And all of a sudden, Campbellsville has scored 7 straight. Timeout here with a 30-second timeout, 5:11 to go. Our timeouts are brought to you by the People's Bank. 7-4, Campbellsville. Again, the Trojans are limited tonight with Maddox Griggs and Catavian Fryer both out.
Rent's pretty good stuff to get our first couple of buckets, and then that's kind of what I was talking about in the opening. We get in the half court and we go completely stagnant. Just not a whole lot of movement. There's the ISO sets with the ball screens, and then on the other side they're just kind of standing and watching. So we've got to do something that gets everybody moving as Campbellsville picks up in a 1-2-2 quarter court press.
Yep, it's Shelton off to Pippin. Gets it across the line to Hardy on the near side out front. Now he's in a trap, needs some help. Somebody's going to have to come help. Long bounce pass into the corner intended for Carson Browning, who just checked in, but too wide. Browning could not get to it in time, and Campbellsville will have the basketball off the Barren County turnover. A little over 3 minutes gone here in the first. 7-4, Campbellsville the lead. Cribbins with the basketball, gives to Milburn. He'll give it off there to Price, and back left side, Cribbins with a three. It is no good. Crashing to the board is Kate Hardy for the Trojans. Hardy, left side, Shelton. Shelton drives into the lane, and he's going to be fouled
Not a foul, yeah.
By, let's see, they haven't signaled yet.
Campbellsville was lobbying for the jump ball, but we'll get a foul.
Cribbins will pick up the foul. First foul on Campbellsville. And at the line for the Trojans, Weston Shelton, 74. Well, wait a minute.
They're going to say he was not shooting.
Okay. Don't see much of an argument over here. So Kate Hardy will put the ball in play.
I don't think it would do much good if we argue.
Not here. Pippin going up, too strong, but followed up on the left side by Gavin Dunn, his second basket of the quarter, and it's 7-6. Cribbins with it for Campbellsville. Crossover move. Now wants to drive the baseline. Goes under, puts it up short, followed up, and no good by Milburn. Tapped up in the air, pulled down by Nunn. They're hanging all over him there. Foul finally called. You got to be strong with the basketball up here. The foul is on Cribbins, his second.
You have to convince them wholeheartedly that you deserve a whistle.
So the ball comes into Kate Hardy. We watched that in the girls' game earlier tonight. Trojanettes winning by 1 point, 58-57. Hardy, bounce pass, left elbow. Browning turns toward the basket, fires it off right side of Pippin. Back out to Hardy in between the circles. Hardy goes left side to Shelton. Shelton will drive, hooks it back off to Nunn. Fires it, intended for Browning, but it's deflected by Horde and out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Trojans with 3:55 to go here in the opening quarter. Kate Hardy deep in the right corner to toss it in. Here's the lob. Chasing it down. Nunn to the left corner. Fires it out to Pippin. Three in the air. No good. And rebound by Campbellsville. Here comes Cribbins. He stays on the floor with those two personal fouls. Gets rid of it to Milburn. Milburn goes left side over to Price. They go down to the corner there to Horde. Horde will hand it back off to Cribbins. Cribbins here on the near side, making a move on Pippin. Drives, goes up with a shot, and banked it in.
Too much of a lane there to drive.
9-6. Campbellsville leads it. 3:25 to go first quarter. Hardy out to Pippin. Left side is Shelton. Shelton across over to Hardy. Hardy trying to make a move inside. His jump shot is up too strong off the back of the iron. Rebound comes off to Horde. Lobs it up court. And it is Price giving it inside there underneath the Milburn fakes. Puts it up. No good. Rebound Browning.
Got a break.
Milburn missed a wide open shot there. Here's Shelton with a basketball on the right side. Sends it out to Hardy. Now Nunn comes over to set a screen. Try to get Hardy. Can't get a shot away as Milburn comes out to defend him. Here's Browning. Lob underneath the Nunn. Oh, it came up short.
Falling away from the bucket, and he didn't put enough on it.
Campbellsville with the basketball. Milburn gives to Horde. Left side, Cribbins. Cribbins with a crossover move against Pippin. Goes inside. Puts up the shot. No good. Batted up in the air. Pippin taps it out. And then Milburn got a hand on it, but it's grabbed by Browning. And here comes Hardy with it for the Trojans into the front court. Hardy, right side corner. Pippin picks up his dribble. Throws it back out to Shelton. 2:20 to go first quarter. Barren down 9-6. Shelton over to Hardy. Long range left. Now we'll send it off top to Nunn. Over to Pippin. Now Pippin gets rid of it back over to Shelton. Out to Hardy. Down to 2 minutes to go here in the quarter. Campbellsville leads at 9-6. Hardy left side over to Shelton. Shelton covered up. Browning came over to set a screen. Hooks it back to Browning. Three in the air. No good. And the rebound loose on the floor, taken by Cribbins.
Got to curl that one to the bucket. You got a layup instead of floating out for a three.
Here's Lanham with the basketball. Wide open three from the left wing is no good. Batted up in the air, chased down by Shelton.
Good rebound there over a taller kid.
Pass deflected up in the air. Went right back to Shelton. He got fouled. No call. Hardy, right side over to Pippin. Down a minute 25. And here is Shelton going to the basket, missing the shot. Nunn with a rebound. Had it smacked out of his hands, out of bounds.
Weston ended
Shelton
up out
got
there.
Hammered down there.
He ended up where they were out there taking up money in the hallway. He got hit so hard.
In for Barren County, Wade Compton, 6'1", 155 junior. Jackson Bird also returning to join Cade Hardy, Weston Shelton, and Carson Browning. Down to 1:18 to go. First quarter, Hardy with it. Right wing, looking down inside. Here's Browning with a spin move. Turnaround shot is up and in.
Yeah, got to score that. Had a mismatch underneath, and good job. Body control floating it back in.
9-8 to score. Coming down a minute to play. Driving his Horde. He'll put it up off the window and in.
Mighty control there from him.
11-8. 53 seconds to go. First quarter. Shelton with the basketball. Shelton trying to drive into the lane. Throws it off in the corner. Here's a long three. No good for Compton. Rebound to Campbellsville. Here's Cribbins with it left side. They got a new player in the ballgame, Griffin Howard, number 23, a 5'10 sophomore. Here's Horde working against Hardy. Throws it back out around the perimeter. Out top, they got a lot of new players. Cole Kessler, number 1 in the ballgame, a 6'2 senior. As he's got it now, left of the circle. We'll hand it off out there to Howard. Howard driving into the paint, goes up with a shot, good, and a foul is going to be on Compton. His first, team second. And Howard only averages 2 points a game. And it's a 13-8 Campbellsville lead with 18.8 seconds to go. Howard puts it in the air and hit it. 14-8 Campbellsville. 18.8 seconds to go. First quarter. Comes into Hardy. Hands it back to Shelton. Shelton gets it across the line. Out of the high post is Bird. Right of the key. Off to Hardy. Three in the air. No good. Offensive rebound by Browning. Throws it back to Hardy. Straightaway three. No good again. And that ends the quarter. So after one, here in Campbellsville, it's the Eagles leading the Trojans by a score of 14-8. We'll return in 1 minute. This is Barren County Basketball on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Are you looking for high-quality, cost-effective, and highly visible advertising? At ATM Media Solutions, we offer large-scale marketing with ease. We have 4 LED billboard locations: Highland Pharmacy and Sonic, the intersection of 31E and Trojan Trail, Highway 90 East, Burkesville Road, and our newest location in front of Gondolier. Call 270-629-4542 to get a quote today. ATM Media Solutions. Advertise with ease.
We're of 14-8 over the Barren County Trojans. The second quarter brought to you by CRS Construction. Cribbins with the basketball for Campbellsville. Dumps it down low to Cole Kessler. In the lane, almost walked with it there. Didn't see it apparently. Now working with it on the right side. They give it out to Cribbins off the screen. Browning trying to stay with him there. Left-handed inside, puts up the shot, no good. Crashing the board, Campbellsville keeps it alive. Kessler off the inside to Pettit, who puts it up and in. That's Rowan Pettit, who just checked in the ballgame, a 6'3 senior for Campbellsville, and now they've doubled it up on the Trojans at 16-8. Browning with it right side. Picks up his dribble, goes out to Shelton, swings it left to Hardy, fakes, drives, goes to the basket, puts it up, foul.
At least they'll give him 2 free throws. Maybe that'll help Cade get going. No points yet tonight. Had a couple good looks there at the end of the quarter, but couldn't knock it down. So maybe, sometimes the free throw line will get you going.
Yeah. Foul was on Horde, his first. Free throw is good for Cade Hardy. First point of the game. He's now 35 of 40 from the charity line of the season on that Matt London KFB free throw.
Talked about it the other night, our struggles from the line, our struggles getting to the line, and not that we've done, as Warren said, that well all year, but it would be great if we attacked a little bit more to see if we could draw fouls and get easy points at the strike.
He's not been shooting very many free throws the last few games. And here's Cribbins in a trap. Gets with the basketball to Kessler. Sends it over to Horde. He's in a trap. Horde sends it back out to Cribbins. They go back left side over there to Howard. And Cade Hardy rips it away from Kessler, and a foul on Kessler. That'll be his first, team's second.
had it for their first turnover of the night, but we turned up a little bit of pressure there, went chasing and trapping, and got them to turn it over there on the baseline.
Inbounds pass comes to Shelton. 6:48 to go here in the first half. 16-10 Campbellsville. Shelton, right side with it over to Browning. Gets a screen. It goes down to Bird. He goes to the basket. Got fouled, and then Nunn put it up and in. And Bird is
a little slow to get up, but he's all right.
I think he's okay. He got hammered down there.
Yeah.
Here's Crimmins trying to penetrate down the lane over the left side. In the corner is Pettit. And now Pettit will bounce it back out to Price. He'll send it over the right side as Hoare driving into the paint, going to Pettit. He puts it up, no good. Kessler with a rebound, back up over his shoulder, no good. Browning with a rebound off to Shelton. Shelton wants to push it. Shelton going to the basket. Got it blocked on him.
Adjust the shot. Go into that and make them not make the whistle.
Crimmins with the basketball. Throws it over the right side now to Hoard.
But the tempo's there. That's exactly what I talked about. You turn up the tempo and you cut into their lead a little bit, and now it's back to a ball game.
Just inside 2 minutes here in this second quarter. Hoard pulls up with a 17-foot jumper, no good. Nunn with the rebound, clearing it out for the Trojans, off to Kate Hardy. Hardy down the left side, accelerating, trying to go into traffic. Throws it back out to Bird, gives it to Nunn. Left side, back to Hardy, out of the corner, three, bingo!
There you go, free throw line maybe did open it up. Kind of ran that baseline and reused the screen, forcing Campbellsville to call a timeout as we cut the lead to 1 as we start the second period.
First three-pointer for Barren County at O'Reilly Dental Group 3 from Kate Hardy. 30-second timeout for Campbellsville. 1-point ball game. Campbellsville 16, Barren County 15 with 5:33 to go here in the first half.
Open the quarter on a 7-2 run to cut that lead to 1. They had doubled us up almost at
it was 16-8 at one time.
Okay, so they had the first bucket of the quarter, and we've actually scored 7 straight then. So we're trying different wrinkles. We're trying different things. I think against Campbellsville, it's perfectly fine to really try to get after them in the half court, run at them, throw traps at them. The only thing that maybe limit us a little bit, we've got a couple kids out, not with us, so our depth is not really there to be able to just turn the pressure up the whole game.
Cribbins with the basketball for Campbellsville, crosses the midcourt line. Bounces off to Milburn, who's back in the ball game. Here's Hoard off the left side. Wide open three look is no good. Rebound cleared out by Gavin Nunn. He had Milburn boxed out of the board off that three-point miss from Lanigan Price, who hit a three back in the first quarter for Campbellsville. Here's Hardy angling off left with a bounce pass to Pippin, who's back on the court. Pippin will send it back out to Bird. Swings it right side over to Hardy. Hardy looking for Nunn down low. He's got it down low with a block against Milburn with a spin move. Kicks it out to Browning for a three-point shot. No good.
Not a bad look, though.
Yep. Hoard with a rebound for Campbellsville down the left side. Sends it off to Cribbins. Cribbins in the left corner against Pippin. Throws it across out the corner. Here's the shot up. It hit the side of the backboard, and loose ball picked up in there by Kate Hardy. Hardy down the middle. Crossover dribble left. Hooks it over to Pippin. Three in the air. Yes, sir.
2 of 3 from behind the arc after we were 0 of 6 in the first quarter, and all of a sudden we got a lead now.
18-16, the Trojans lead it. 4:26 to go, first half. Milburn over to Hoard. Down low, inside. Here's Milburn putting it up and in. A little floater in there.
That broke a streak of 11 straight for the Trojans.
Ties it up at 18. 4:15 to go, first half. Hardy with it for the Trojans. Bounce pass right side. Pippin. The right elbow, down low is Nunn. Posted up in there, lost the handle, has to do something with it. Kicks it back in the corner to Hardy, trying to go baseline. He's cut off. Back out to Nunn. He gives it to Hardy. Hardy now over to Carson Browning. Browning on the dribble. Trying to dribble it out, gives it over to Pippin. Another three-point attempt is short this time. Long rebound, tipped out to Pippin. Shovel pass underneath, no-look pass underneath the Nunn. He put it up and in.
It's our second chance bucket of this quarter. Both of our twos have been off offensive rebounds.
20-18 the score. 3.5 minutes to go. Ball deflected, stolen. Hardy's got it for the Trojans. Drives strong to the bucket, puts it up and in. He got fouled in the process too.
Didn't have numbers, but he went right at the body, and he knew he was creating the contact, so that allowed him to elevate and get that point off of a turnover.
Milburn off to Crimmins. Right corner, back down to Milburn. They throw it in the left corner. Hoard for a three-point attempt. No good. Crashing aboard. Gavin Nunn with another rebound. Off to Kate Hardy. Long bounce pass is going to be kicked up in the air all the way into the bleachers. And change here in the lineup. Weston Shelton will return for Barren County. Also coming in is Peyton James, a 6-foot junior. Will join Nunn, Pippin, and Bird as Kate Hardy gets a little breather here with a 4-point lead for the Trojans. Here's James looking, sends it out deep to Shelton. Shelton over to Pippin. Fakes the three, drives it at it, knocked loose. In the lane, got it back though. Back to Shelton for a three. No good. Ball hits the floor and taken by James. Gives it back to Shelton. Trojans keep it alive. Here's Shelton driving left of the lane. Scoops it up, no good. And the ball tipped out of bounds.
It's a foul. I'll call a foul on them. Oh, no. They called it on Gavin on the rebound. He pointed like it was a foul on them, but that'll be his second one.
Yeah, he's going to have to come out. Carson Browning back in. 2:45 to go to first half. Barren County 22, Campbellsville 18. As Crimmins brings it up. 1-2-2 half-court trap. They give it back over to Crimmins. Down to the right corner. They double team. Threw it back in the back court. That's over and back.
Just let it go out of bounds. Yep. We'll get it out underneath that way.
And I don't know for sure if they would have called it over and back because the official didn't attempt, thought maybe the guy was going to touch it, but
maybe he just took
he let it go.
Yeah.
Set it out deep. It's James. James in the corner. Shelton. Pippin wanting the basketball. He's got it in the left corner. Was open there. Gives it back over to Shelton out front. 2:20 to go in the first half. 4-point Barren County lead, 22-18. Shelton off the right side. Browning with it. James set a screen there. And ball deflected. Loose ball. It's going to be Crimmins picking it up. Underneath the basket. Throws it up and in. Shelton could not get to it. 22-20. Just under 2 to go. First half.
They score off our turnover instead of us being able to do that after they went over and back there.
Shelton off to Pippin. And poked out of his hands by Crimmins. I'm surprised they've left Crimmins in the ball game because he's got 2 fouls on him and easily could have picked up his third. Trojans with the ball, minute 44 to go here in the first half, leading 22-20. Pippin gets the ball out to Bird, hands it back to Pippin. So we got Pippin, we got Shelton. He's going to fire a three from the left wing, and it is off high. And the rebound gets loose, back in the hands of Shelton. Got fouled, he got fouled again. And the ball will go into the corner and out of bounds off the Trojans.
I don't know what that possession was. I don't know if he lost it on his way up there or it got deflected out. But either way, Campbellsville ends up with it after another empty trip from the Trojans.
Back to that 1-2-2 half-court trap as Kate Hardy's back in the court now. Crimmins in the corner. They let it fly for three. It's an air ball, but it's underneath. Horn puts it up. No good. Short. And what do we got here?
3-hour late block call.
What'd you wait 5 seconds to make a call?
The underneath ref shook his head like there's nothing there, and then this guy was like, I guess I got to call something.
Got to remember, this is the same guy we had in the girls' game.
I know.
Yep. Terrible. Free throw on the way, and no good for Hort. Normally a 75% foul shooter.
Any foul trouble besides Gavin?
Nope, that's it. Second shot is missed. Rebound pulled down. Pippin's got it for the Trojans. Gives it off to Weston Shelton. Coming down to 1 minute to play in the first half. 2-point Barren County lead, 22-20. Shelton turning with a backdoor pass to Hardy. Puts it up. It is good and a foul.
Good call from the bench there. That's a backdoor play that we ISO on the right side. Perfect pass and delivery from Shelton, and we get back ahead by 4 with a chance to make it 5.
Foul is on Howard. That's his first, team's third. Chance here for Kate Hardy to make an old-fashioned 3-point play.
Even though that's something that's in our repertoire, we use about once a game. That is an early first half play of the game.
And here's his free throw. It is too strong. After hitting 2 in this quarter, 24-20 the score. Crimmins, bounce pass right side. Trojans trapping the basketball. Here's a lob cross court. Horn sets up for the 3-point attempt, but he hits it.
It's the first one they made this quarter, I think second one of the game.
Yeah.
They really struggled from three, just 2 of 9.
Yeah, it's only his 14th three of the year. 24-23, Trojans by 1. And loose ball picked up by Shelton. You got to be strong with it up here now. And then Hardy gets pushed out of bounds by Howard, and that's his second. Team's fourth. And Gavin Nunn will come back in the Trojan lineup for for Jackson Bird. And so with 30.3 seconds to go,
kind of like Gribben's been out there with his 2. We got nothing to lose. You want to take some chances.
Yep. Comes to the corner. Shelton feeds it down to Nunn. Nunn double teamed in there, and they're going to call a jump ball.
He spun back middle into traffic. If he spins baseline, it's a layup, but we'll get it back since it's our jump ball.
Wasn't looking for the double team, so Barren does get it back in the alternating possession with Hardy underneath to put it in play. 26 and a half seconds to go here in the second. Hardy lobs it in and out, throws it up, and it rolls in.
That was a play we got at the end of a quarter. Was that Monroe County we got that
I think so,
play?
yeah. Behind the backboard, actually. 26-23. Campbellsville with the basketball. Out front with it is Price. So they go left side to Horde. Milburn comes over to set a screen. Ball's knocked down by Shelton. He's got the steal. Shelton's going to the basket, and it is no good, but a foul. And it will be the 5th team foul on Campbellsville. It's on Horde, his second. And so that will put Shelton at the free throw line.
They weren't going to give him shots, but as you said, they're in the penalty.
It's the 5th foul.
They're in the penalty, so it wouldn't have come on the play, but it comes on the penalty.
So Weston Shelton, 74%er, has not scored here in the first half. Gets a pair. First one is good on a Kentucky Farm Bureau Matt London free throw, and that makes it 27-23 Trojans.
We get Gavin out as we go back on the defensive end to pick up or prevent the 3rd foul pickup.
Shelton for one more. And it's in the air, and he makes both. It's 28-23, Barren County.
Little man full pressure now just to give them trouble going up the floor with 5 seconds left.
And they get the ball into Crimmins. Here comes Crimmins at midcourt and almost lost the handle, forces up the shot at the horn, and that will end the first half of play. So the Trojans come back and score 20 points in the second quarter to Campbellsville's 9 here in the second quarter. Barren County outscoring the Eagles 20-9 here in the second to take a 5-point lead here at the break, 28-23 over Campbellsville. We'll come back with our SCRTC halftime report in 2 minutes as you're following the Trojans on 104.7 FM WCLU Sports.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Your local Kubota dealer is J&J Sales on the corner of West Main and Reynolds Road in Glasgow.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
Growing up is realizing that everyone who told you to eat your breakfast when you were little was actually eating this for breakfast.
It's your turn to take your place at the breakfast table and savor the taste of culinary independence with freshly toasted bagels at McDonald's. Indulge in the breakfast you've always wanted and start the day off the right way, your way.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Here in Campbellsville, as the Trojans lead the Eagles by a score of 28-23. Trojans trailed by as many as 8 early in the second quarter, trailed 16-8 before fighting back, outscoring the Eagles 20-9 the rest of the way in that second quarter to take a 28-23 lead. This is our halftime report brought to you by SCRTC as we take a look at some halftime stats brought to you by McDonald's. Before that, though, we'll give you a score update brought to you by Barren County Judge Executive Jamie Bewley-Byrd. And a couple of girls' scores here. Grayson County beats Bowling Green tonight 42-27. And the Bluegrass Blazers defeat the Caverna Lady Colonels 63-41. I don't have a score yet on the Monroe County, Metcalfe County girls game. I don't know if you got anything on that, Robert?
I don't have anything right now.
So nothing's posted as of yet, but we'll take a look at a few stats here brought to you by McDonald's. Campbellsville with 9 field goals in the first half. 2 of those were three-pointers. They were 3 of 5 from the foul line. Keaton Horde with a 3 and a 2 for 5. He was 0 for 2 from the foul line. Jalen Cribbins has a couple of baskets for 4. Ty Milburn with a basket and 2 free throws for 4 points. A three-pointer for Lanigan Price. 2 points for Adrian Lanham. 3-point play for Griffin Howard. And 2 points for Rowan Pettit. For the Trojans here in the first half, 2 more field goals than Campbellsville, 11. 2 of those were three-pointers, all made in the second quarter. One was from Kate Hardy, the other one from Cameron Pippin. Trojans were 4 of 5 from the foul line. In the first half, it's Gavin Dunn with 10 points to lead the Trojans in scoring off 5 two-point baskets. Kate Hardy right behind him with 9 all in the second quarter. Had a 3, a couple of 2s, and 2 of 3 from the foul line. A three-pointer from Cameron Pippin, 2 free throws from Weston Shelton, a basket from Jackson Bird, and also a field goal from Carson Browning. Wade Compton, Peyton Jane saw some action, did not score again. The Trojans limited tonight without the services of Maddox Griggs and Catavian Fryer along with Cale Edwards.
All right, let's see here. We've got 11 of 32 for 34%. We're the Trojans. I think that's what I had us here for. Make sure that's correct. Yep, 34% there in the first half on 11 makes. 2 makes from behind the arc, just out of 12 attempts. Neither team shot the 3 really well. We shot it at 17%. They were 9 of 27, so they hit a third of their shots in the first half, but just 2 of 10 from behind the arc for 20%. And that really helped us, obviously, a little bit when we were trying to get after them with a little pressure. They were skipping it over and had some decent 3 looks, but they weren't knocking it down, so that allowed us to continue to stay in some sort of pressure. Neither team really turned it over a ton, 2 each way, and rebounds were relatively equal. 18 for us, 16 for them. We had 7 offensive boards and 3 second chance buckets in the second quarter. They had 5 offensive boards, but only 1 bucket off a second chance opportunity. So much better second half. We had 11 straight at one point to open the second quarter, and after we gave up the first bucket and they had doubled us up 16-8, we came back and answered. I think it was it 20-9?
Okay. Was the second quarter.
Yeah, and so just a really good answer and surge ahead there, have a 5-point lead, so you're feeling pretty good about yourself, especially with some of the struggles we've had. Obviously, I'd love to see us make a few more 3s, but overall our energy's there, our effort's there, and we're playing some kids that we don't normally get a lot of playing time, and they're coming in and filling some spots nicely, giving us some decent spot minutes, not hurting us, so good job for them just to be ready when they're asked to play.
If you missed the girls' game tonight, Trojanettes won it by 1 point over Campbellsville, 58-57 to go to 17-2 on the year. Again, our next broadcast Friday night from Glasgow High. Big District 15 doubleheader, the Trojanettes and the Lady Scotties at 6. Then the Trojans and Scotties in the nightcap. We'll be on there about 5:45. I think it's homecoming at Glasgow Friday night. They're going to do that before the game, and then at in between games, they're going to do the Hall of Fame ceremony at Glasgow. So that's the things going on at Glasgow on Friday night, besides it being a district doubleheader.
So excited about that opportunity to be
You'll
there.
be with me. You're going to be with me on Friday night.
So
yeah.
We'll,
at least we don't have to go out of town.
Do we need to bring some filler material, trivia questions?
Like we do when we go to Clinton County or somewhere where they have senior night and Valentine's night and homecoming and
They recognize every senior in their senior class.
Well, we don't have to go to Clinton County this year, so
thank goodness.
Don't have to worry about that trip. We'll be back in 2 minutes, so we'll get the second half underway. The second half, our third quarter, coming up, brought to you by Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Again, our score here at the break, Barren County Trojans 28, the Campbellsville Eagles 23. Back in 2 minutes on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that Farmers RECC honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track when they're not, we've got you. Always. Farmers RECC is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
Find a bank that satisfies. Everyone wants more of this. But where do you go to find great savings and friendly service all in one? A Casasa account at the People's Bank. Casasa accounts offer high interest, cash back, and automatic savings growth. Whether you open a Casasa Cash, Casasa Cash Back, or Casasa Saver, your earnings will be through the roof. Come see the People's Bank in Cave City or Glasgow and see the difference in savings and service. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact the People's Bank for details. Member FDIC.
Ready to start this second half from Campbellsville. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer, 28-23 the score. Just understand that Metcalfe County girls beat Monroe County tonight, or was it the other way around?
No, you're right. Metcalfe 61-55 over Monroe.
That's a crazy district over there, I'm telling you. Everybody's beating each other. Campbellsville with the basketball. Cribbins has it to the right side, as Trojans have zone here, like a 2-3. Yep. Cribbins, top of the key. Right side it goes to Horde. Horde goes in the middle. Cribbins at the right elbow, works it inside, throws it off in the corner to Price. Now they give it back out to Lanham. Now Horde with it, crossover dribble to the right, back left. Now jumps it over the left side. A three by Cribbins is short, and coming up with it is Kate Hardy. Wants to run. Nice feed to Bird. He lays it up and in.
So that right there is evidence of why I said I want us to play fast.
Yep.
You don't have to run anything in the half court. You get an easy bucket.
30-23, largely locked away by Shelton on the steal, going all the way to the bucket, lays it in.
How about two breakaway layups to extend it to a 9-point lead, and all of a sudden Campbellsville says, give me a new 5 to go in after they played just a minute.
32-23 Trojans as they go down low. They kick it back out to Crimmins. Crimmins out to Price. Right side is Horde. Horde back to Price. Shelton almost picked off another pass there. Crimmins, bounce pass in the middle, underneath. There's a shot too strong, and Pippin claims the rebound.
Threw it over the whole goal from 2 feet.
Lanham. Now Shelton will set things up. 1 minute and a half gone into the third quarter here, 32-23, Barren County. Right elbow, Gavin Nunn. Back over to Shelton. Shelton wanting to drive, trying to attack, and it's taken away from him by Cribbins. Underneath, Horde loses it out of bounds. And that's right, just like the PA announcer said, mass substitutions for Campbellsville. We've seen Pettit and Kessler, along with Howard, and now 2 other new players in the ball game. 21 is Amari Rizzo McKenzie, a 6'2 sophomore, and also number 13, is Gabriel Noyola. Here's a shot for Pippen out of 3, no good. Nice rebound by Nunn. Back out to Hardy, straight away with a 3, no good. Rebound Pippen and whistle.
No.
Could have a foul on Gavin Nunn. No.
Bird.
So Jackson Bird picks up his second. Not sure what happened there. I was looking at the offensive rebound that we had.
Yeah, Pippen was going to lay it in easily, and they called us for, a takedown.
In a trap, they throw it cross court. Pettit throws it away. Hardy will let it go out of bounds.
This half court's got them all bent out of shape. So here's your little information. My field reporter says Josie Allen didn't play for Metcalf, so Metcalf's best player was out for.
And still beat Monroe.
And they still beat Monroe, so how about that? Even crazier.
Not sure why Josie Allen is out for Metcalf. She's missed the last 2 ball games. They feed it inside. Here's Nunn. No good. Can't finish it. Rebound off to Kessler. Kessler, right side now to Howard. Back left side. They go into the corner. Pettit for 3. In and out. Rebound out of bounds. It'll be Barron's basketball.
You just kind of sat there and watched it as it came down, but fortunately they couldn't get a handle on it either.
Pippen will inbound the basketball to Cade Hardy. Met in the backcourt by Noyola. Gets it across the line. Left side, Shelton. Shelton feeds it down low. It's Nunn with a spin move going up strong and puts it in.
Perfect. He kind of baited his defender back middle and then spun back quickly baseline for his, what is that?
His 12 point. Yep. Noyola with it for Campbellsville. Covered up, stolen from him by Hardy. Hardy ahead up to Pippen, goes under, puts it up, missed the shot, followed up, no good. Hardy back up, no good. Tipped around, grabbed by Bird. He goes up, he's hammered.
That was 3 good looks at it right there, and finally we at least get a foul shot opportunity.
Kessler picks up his second.
After just 2 turnovers in the whole first half, Campbellsville's already got 4 here this quarter. So that's a testament to the defense that we've kind of turned up and really shot passing lanes and really been aggressive.
Bird misses the first of 2. Is only a 50% foul shooter thus far of the year. We'll have another try at it here. 34-23, the Trojans their largest lead at 11 now after trailing by 8 at one time. Second one rims off. And rebound to Campbellsville. Trojans now 4 of 7 from the foul line, and Campbellsville loses it out of bounds.
And he didn't even try to go get it.
I guess kind of stood and watched it.
He tried to convince the official that it didn't go off of him, but 5th turnover and an 11-point lead all of a sudden as we've started the second quarter and the third quarter almost identically, getting a little bit of a run here this quarter as we've got,
6-0 run here in the third. Pippen on the left wing. Out to Shelton. Around it goes to Hardy. Feeds it to Nunn. Inside. Got hammered in there. Pippen out of the corner for 3. Yes, sir.
Had just enough to get it out there to him, and Pippen had his feet set, ready to let it fly. 14-point lead all of a sudden.
How about that? Riley Dental Group 3. Trojans trap the ball and pass over the right side. Here's a 3 from the right wing that is no good, and the ball knocked out of bounds. Like Kessler may have touched it last, but they say the Trojans did. It'll go back to Campbellsville underneath as Crimmins comes back in for the Eagles. 37-23, Barren County. 4:09 to go, third quarter. As Kessler sends it out, almost tipped away there by Shelton. Here's Horde straight away with a 3-point attempt, and it is no good. Ball hits the floor. Nunn's got it. Ahead up to Shelton to the right side. Shelton sends it off to Nunn. Right elbow. Back out to Shelton. Now Hardy will set it up near midcourt. 3:53 to go, third quarter. Left elbow, it's Carson Browning. Shovels it out there to Pippen. Pippen wants to drive to the basket. Goes inside, got fouled.
A good take, under control. Threw it up after the contact came.
Foul is on Kessler. It's number 3 on him, and the second foul on Campbellsville here in the third quarter. At the line for the Trojans, Cameron Pippen, shooting about 63.5% on the season. 2 threes for him tonight. First one is up, clangs off the front of the rim. Now we've missed 3 in a row.
But they've yet to score this quarter, right?
That's true.
They've got 0 on their tally sheet.
We're a little over halfway through the quarter here. Pippen back of the line for one more shot. It's on the way, and it rims off. And the rebound comes off to Braxton Mitchell, number 30, who's in the ball game right now for Campbellsville.
Keep throwing new ones in there, don't they?
Yep. Milburn off to Crimmins. He's going to drive to the basket and puts it up and in. 6 points for Crimmins, 37-25.
Takes him 5.5 minutes to score. Or 4.5 minutes, sorry.
Yep, and it's Shelton trying to come off a screen. Diagonal pass, left corner Pippen. Back out front it comes to Hardy with 3:15. Trying to make a move in his defender. Leaves it with Pippen. Out of the corner for three. It's in there.
Same spot. That's 3 of them tonight for Cameron Pippen.
40-25 now. Barren County, they're the largest of the ball game. And that ball, wow. That's a bullet pass. It sailed out of bounds. Almost hit a spectator in the head.
The photographer down there on the baseline.
Maybe the photographer said a spectator. That's, yeah. I think he was even looking. Didn't even have his head up. 3 minutes to go. Third quarter. Barren County 40, Campbellsville 25. Hardy walks it up over the line. Now goes left side with it to Pippen. And Cribbins smacks it out of his hands. Should have been a foul right there. Smacked him right across the arm.
I'm just glad he didn't say it went off of us.
Because he could have called it that way. You know, again, here's Hardy. Can't shoot. Gives it off to Pippen. Back out to Hardy. 2:45 to go, third quarter.
They're covering up the perimeter because we've knocked down a few shots. It's time to go back inside, maybe.
Backdoor pass. Pippen goes to the bucket. Gets hammered.
So we use that aggressiveness. They're overplaying us, really over-gardening us out on the perimeter because we made those shots. And just what I said, we use that to our advantage with that back door, and Cameron's right back at the line to see if he can make up for those last 2 misses.
Foul was on Cribbins. That's number 3 on him. Free throw by Pippen. Rims off.
He played that whole second quarter pretty much without picking up his 3rd foul and finally does.
Peyton James is checked back in for the Trojans. Cade Hardy getting a breather here. Pippen for the second free throw shot. He makes that one. After missing his first 3, now he's in double figures with 10. Pippen gets a break as well. So we got Gavin Nunn, Jackson Bird, Peyton James, Weston Shelton, and Carson Browning on the court right now at 2:36 to go here in the third period. Barren County leading now, their largest now, 41-25. Here's Crimmins. Long bounce pass, right side Horn. He's in a trap, trying to dribble out of it. Gives it back to Crimmins. Left side now to new player in the ball game. That's Mitchell. They throw it back right side. Horn deep 3, no good. Long rebound comes right back to Crimmins. He'll fire it up for 3, and it's no good. Rebound Milburn trying to go up against Nunn. Nunn takes it away from him and dribbles out of trouble. Needs some help, though, as he hands it off to Shelton in the back court. Coming down to 2 minutes to go in the third, and Barren County leading 41-25. Here's Shelton, right side over to Browning. Browning covered up by Crimmins. Feeds it down low. It's Nunn. Posted down low. Looks. Sends it back out to Browning. Now here's Chains with it out front. Ball slapped away, stolen by Horde. Horde will go to the basket, defended by Chains, and what a defended play there by Chains. They give it down to Nunn. Nunn works inside, posted up, put it up and in. Strong move to the basket. Foul going to be called on number 30. That's Braxton Mitchell.
Gavin just bulldozed him, didn't he? He kind of put his shoulder down and said, "Get out of my way, I'm going to the rim."
Well, he's at 6'7". You got Mitchell at 6'2", and
a little bit of an advantage.
Yes, 43-25, Barren County. And Nunn at the line.
Just a great quarter.
Missed it. Rebound Bird back to Nunn. Inside, one dribble, throws it up in the lane. No good.
Great quarter besides our free throws. How about that?
Yeah, we've missed 6 free throws this quarter, 1 of 7. Here's a steal. It's Shelton off of the baseline. How did he know that Pippen was on the baseline? He was nowhere near making that call.
He was about at the free throw line, wasn't he? We'll have to mark it down as our 4th turnover. And but an 18-point lead, 1:22 to go. We extended what was a 5-point halftime lead and just ran away with it here in the third.
Here's Milburn. Out to Horde. Horde working his way through traffic. Puts it up, no good. And Bird goes to the deck. They're calling for traveling. Of course, he had a little help, too, to get knocked to the floor. Campbellsville's basketball, minute 9 to play here in the third period. They give it out to Crimmins, top of the key with a three. No good, off high. And Milburn was over the back of Nunn, and no call there. Jump shot, fadeaway, no good. Ball hits the floor. They go back to the left side. Out top now, Milburn. Horde in the corner. Crimmins drives, goes under, puts it up and in, and a foul.
Got to go get it. Got to block out. They had 3, maybe 4 looks at it that time, and finally in with an and one opportunity as we had under a minute and a quarter.
First trip to the line for Jalen Crimmins. He has 8 points in the basketball game. The free throw is up and good. 43-28. 48 seconds to go. Third quarter. Shelton down the right side. Hardy gives it into Nunn. Left side Pippen. Wide open three. Won't go. Crashing the board there is Mitchell for Campbellsville. Crimmins wants to drive around Pippen, and he's going to draw the foul. That'll be the second foul on Cameron Pippen. Third of the quarter against the Trojans, and Crimmins goes right back to the free throw line again. 2 shots this time. First one is on the way, and it's good. Shoots about 64% of the season, but he's made both of his free throws tonight to give him an even 10. He's the only player in double figures for Campbellsville. He averages 14.4 a game. And one more now for Crimmins. It's on the way, and he hits both. 43-30. So an 18-point lead is down to 13. 32 seconds to go. Third quarter. Hardy with it in front court. Hardy trying to penetrate. Down the lane, left side. Throws it out to Shelton. Fires it up and misses. Kind of quick trigger on that one with 18 seconds to play. Here comes Campbellsville with Crimmins down the right side. Gets a screen and now wants to head down into the lane with a spin move. Goes up and he puts it in. Tough shot. He has scored all 9 points for Campbellsville in this quarter. 5 seconds to play. Pull-up jumper 15 for Hardy is off the mark. And then Nunn trying to put it up and in, but it's too late after the missed shot from Jackson Bird. So we're at the end of 3. Barren County has a 11-point lead right now after leading by as many as 18. It's 43-32 Trojans back in 1 minute on WCLU Sports.
Hey there, this is Billy with Southern States Glasgow.
And I'm Lindsay. A lot of people think we're just a farm store.
But we're so much more. From pet food and propane to lawn and garden supplies, we've got what you need every day of the year.
And don't forget the trusted advice, whether it's caring for your cattle, your backyard chickens, or your front yard grass.
Southern States Glasgow, locally owned, farmer friendly, and always here to help.
Southern States, your all-season solution.
Have you injured yourself playing a sport or exercising? Sports medicine experts at TJ Regional Health are trained to get you back on the road to recovery, whether you're dealing with sprains, fractures, knee and shoulder injuries, or other common injuries. Our goal is to prevent illness and injury in active individuals of all ages and help prevent future problems to maximize your performance. Find out more at tjregionalhealth.org/rehab. Patients first, team always. TJ Rehabilitation Services.
Trojans 43, Campbellsville 32. This fourth quarter brought to you by Scooters Coffee. The Trojans will have the basketball to start the fourth. Kate Hardy being defended by Horde. Right elbow is Jackson Bird. Sends it over to Shelton on the left wing. Back out front now to Hardy. Hardy dribbles left. Now bounces off to Shelton, right in front of the Barren County bench. Gets a screen there, now dumps it back off to Nunn. Nunn throws it across, it's Hardy, out to Pippen. Pippen penetrating down the lane, going strong to the bucket, and had it knocked away. But Hardy there to catch it in that right corner to bring it back out. Hardy against Crimmins. Crimmins has got 3 fouls on him. Goes left side with it to Shelton. Bird sets the screen. Shelton hooks it back to Bird. He goes under. He puts it up too strong, and the ball kicks out to Pippen. And then Pippen will take it in the lane, turns and looks, and throws it back out to Shelton, straight away over to Hardy.
We've had it for a minute and haven't done much with it.
No. Hardy trying to go baseline. Bounce pass in the corner. It goes to Shelton. Shelton trying to backtrack in, gives it to Pippen. Out to Bird, and around it goes to Hardy. Hardy trying to penetrate, can't shoot, goes inside. Bird got knocked down to the floor, so he tried to go for the shot, and he'll head to the free throw line for 2. And Jackson Bird is 0 for 2 from the line. Barren County's only 1 of 7 here in the second half.
We had plenty of trips to the line there.
Yeah, we're getting the trips to the line, but can't make them. Bird first of two, too strong.
Well, you got to increase the amount of times you get there to have opportunities to make them. So we did the first thing right. Now we just got to increase our percentage.
One more for Jackson Bird. Aims, fires, and makes it. Matt London, KFB free throw there. 2 of 9 from the line in the second half for Barren County, but a 12-point lead for the Trojans at 44-32. 6:46 to play. Crimmins, left side. They go down to the baseline there to Lanham. Now they give it out to Milburn. Turns and fires it back around the perimeter to Horde. Now here's Crimmins with a basketball. Pull-up jumper from 12, and he hits it.
You floated in the middle of that 2-3 zone.
He has scored all 11 points for Campbellsville in the second half, and Barren County just turns it over.
I had my head down to write down the last bucket. Didn't really see what happened other than we turned it over, and that's our 6th here of the half.
And an 18-point lead now is dwindled to 10 with 6:27 to play. Campbellsville's basketball. Price sends it off to Horde. He tapped it, but he was breaking the other way, and Browning recovered the basketball. Pippin out of the right corner. Gives it back out to Hardy. Hardy trying to make a move, penetrating in the lane, fadeaway jump shot, good for Kate Hardy, his first 2 of the second half.
The subtleties of creating space. He takes that shoulder and just kind of gives him a nudge and then elevates.
Pull-up jumper for Horde is off the mark for Campbellsville, rebounded there by Gavin Nunn. Hands it off to Hardy. Here comes Hardy. Down the lane, going to the bucket, puts it up too strong, tapped up in the air, pulled down by Milburn, clearing it out of there for Campbellsville. Here's a lead pass up in the right corner. Crimmins with the basketball, drives in, bounce pass, little baseline floater, good there by Lanham.
We had 2 dedicated to him, and he just dropped it behind us.
46-36, 18-point lead now at 10, and 5.5 minutes still to play. Hardy with the basketball against Horde, gives it over the right side to Shelton. He's covered up by Crimmins. He'll bring it back out. Feeds it off in there to Pippin. Now Pippin turns, goes back to Browning. Back out to Shelton. Now Shelton off the right side. Pippin, he's in a trap. And that is smacked out of his hands. They're going to say it went off his leg and out of bounds.
Warren got a timeout first.
Did he? Okay,
well, they're going to talk about it. Let's see.
Let's see who wins over here.
I'd say we don't get a benefit of the call, but we'll see what happens. I could be surprised.
No. He called the timeout.
We're going to have to understand
Campbellsville got the basketball.
Yeah, we'll have to get marked down a timeout. Warren did. You could hear him yelling. He was right. He had the timeout well before it was knocked out of bounds. And then we get a touchy ticky-tack foul. We beat each other to death tonight, and then all of a sudden we put a hand on and they call a foul. Just our second team foul. Maybe our first. Is it just our first?
I think it's the first. Yeah. Here's a pass picked off by Gavin Nunn. Just under 5 minutes to play. Here's Hardy with it in front court for the Trojans. Timeout.
We'll get a... Warren's trying
We're calling a 30-second timeout or a full? Full timeout. We'll take 30 seconds. 4:51 to go here in the ball game. Trojans 46, Eagles 36. Back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
4:51 to go here in the basketball game. 46-36. Trojans lead it by 10.
18 down to 10. 4:51 to go. Indiana's up 10-0 at halftime. Would you ever thought Indiana?
No.
Would be in the national championship game, much less up 10-0 in Miami's home stadium.
Pippen gets the ball knocked away, but Shelton retrieves it. Getting some pressure in the backcourt, floats it over to Hardy. Hardy being defended by Milburn. Should be able to take him one-on-one. Drives in, left of the lane, dumps it down to Nunn. His defender fell down for a second, but got back up. Gives it back out to Hardy. Hardy's in a trap. Fires it back to Nunn. Feeds it in there to Shelton. He lays it up and in.
Good ball fake there that just shifted the defense and opened up the middle.
48-36. 4:20 to go.
It was a big bucket as they were trying to get momentum and cut it into single digits.
Goes around left side of Howard. Cross-court pass. They leave him open for a three, and he drains it. Rice knocking it down for his second three of the ball game. And a 30-second timeout by Campbellsville. That cuts it to 9 at 48-39 with 4:07 to play.
Milburn set a flare screen, and we could see it from over here, but we were so overcommitted to the left side we couldn't get back underneath it, and they had a wide open three. They haven't been good from three. They are just 3 of 18 tonight.
Barren County had as much as an 18-point lead in this ball game, so it's been cut in half with 4:07 to play.
Kind of like the girls' game, right?
Yeah.
We were up by 15 in the girls' game. Is that right? We were up as many as 15?
18.
We were up 18.
Well, the girls, yeah.
Girls.
Yeah.
They come back and cut it, and we had to fight it out to win. Hopefully the boys won't make it that close. But they're going to pick up
full court pressure here as Browning wanted to do a run out, but it didn't happen. Comes into Hardy. As Hardy will work in the backcourt. Going to have to get it across the line here. As Hardy sends it back over to Browning. In the middle to Nunn. Back to Hardy. Diagonal pass underneath at Shelton. Pump fake. Puts it up and in.
Yep. Laid it in on the backside of that 1-2-2.
50-39. Trojans lead it by 11 with 3:46. Here's Crimmins with the basketball. Goes across and Horde trying to get a hold of it here. Gives it back out to Crimmins. Crimmins back over to Horde. Horde wanting to drive. He walked. Shot goes up. No good. Rebound Shelton. 3.5 minutes to play. They float it over to Hardy on the right side. Hardy into the front court. Hardy breaks in the middle. Nice pass underneath to Browning. Puts it up. It is no good, but a foul.
I know we're up 11, and we're under 3.5 to go now, but the argument could be made the reason that we have the lead is because the pace that we played at. I don't really think we need to change the pace. We need to keep attacking and keep going at them.
Yeah.
Just play to what, or dance with the girl you took to the date, or whatever you say. I completely messed that one up. It's your job to do the sayings, not mine.
Well, Browning hits the first of two. One more on the way. It's up there, and he got them both. He's shooting about 77% from the foul line.
That'll help our team average since we didn't shoot it very well in the third.
52-39. It's back up to 13. 3:16 to play in the basketball game. Goes over to Crimmins. Down to the corner. Horde with it. Back to Crimmins. That 2-3 zone by the Trojans. As they work it inside, it's Pettit. Fires it underneath, and a shot put up and in there by Howard.
Snuck behind us there in the dunker's position, they call that, and they get a layup and a timeout, full timeout.
And this is a full one, right? 3:03 to go in the ball game. 52-41. Trojans over Campbellsville. Back in 30 seconds on WCLU Sports.
Extreme Health Club and Extreme Fitness for Women, both with 24-hour access. And Extreme Blend Smoothie Bar to help you refuel and recover. Over 8,000 square feet of weights in Extreme Health Club and ladies only at Extreme Fitness for Women, including tanning beds, both with access to saunas, infrared saunas, and the 90-degree saline therapy pool. You'll love the wide variety of classes with experienced instructors. Personal training is available and with the best in the business. Call or stop by today and see what everybody's talking about.
3:03 left to go here in the basketball game. It's 52-41. The Trojans leading the Campbellsville Eagles here. Friday night, we're at Glasgow. 15th District doubleheader. Girls game at 6. We'll be on there at 5:45 here on WCLU 104.7 FM. For Glasgow fans, Case Landrum has that on 103.1, WCLU Blue Channel. Barren County's basketball here. Browning will put the ball in play. Gets it in play to Gavin Nunn. Now turns, throws it up court to Shelton. Shelton breaks to the middle, Throws it back over to Nunn. Back out now to Shelton. Here's Hardy with it out front. They come chasing him. Double team. Fires it to Nunn underneath the Browning. Put it ahead and blocked. Campbellsville coming back the other way. In the corner. Shot for three. Knocking it down is Price.
He took too much time to get up that layup, which gave them time to defensively recover. And then we were slow getting back in that corner to knock down the three, and they've cut it.
Cut it to 8. It's 52-44. Nunn running the court underneath the Pippen. He puts it up. He missed the shot. And the rebound to Campbellsville with 2:23 to play. Crimmins with the basketball off the screen. Right side in the corner. As they dribble it back out. Here's Crimmins. And a long distance three that's way off the mark. Hardy with a rebound off the missed shot from Howard. Coming down to 2 minutes to play. We got a whistle. What do we got?
No.
Palm the basketball.
Oh, you just got to laugh at it. That's a crossover. He was so far behind the play, it might have looked weird, but they get a turnover, and we'll mark it down our 10th of the night.
I think they're wanting these games to be close.
I don't know. It's comical. That's not a. How many times have we seen a palming violation?
I don't know that I've seen it more than at least once this year. Turnaround shot, free throw line, good for Lanham. And all of a sudden, this lead is at 6 with 1:53 to play. Barren County has been outscored since they led by 18. It was 43-25. They've scored 9, and Campbellsville has scored 21. What do we got, a 30 or a full? I don't think they can make up their mind. Is it full? We'll be back in 30 seconds on 104.7 FM WCLU Sports. Got 1:53 left here in Campbellsville. Trojans with a 6-point lead, led by as many as 18. 1:53 to play. Barren County's basketball, full court pressure by Campbellsville. As Browning will put the ball in play. Somebody's got to get open. Finally comes into Shelton. He is trapped. Woo.
Good job being strong with it. You never know if they're going to call a jump or a foul, but that's their third team foul. They'll still stay in man full court pressure with the safety.
That was on Pettit, his first team's third. Only 2 seconds came off the clock. Ball comes into Hardy. Quickly picked up by Pettit. Now they come trapping. They go in the middle to Shelton. Shelton gets it across the line. He drives, and he tried to dump it off. A turnover. Tried to throw the top down to Nunn. And another turnover by Barren in the corner. You can't let him shoot that three. They go and then breaking to the basket. Here's a layup that's good for Price.
We were guarding against the three-point line and turned her head, and they back cut us. 4-point game, 1:25 to go.
You got to be strong with the basketball. Minute 20, 52-48. Hardy gives it off to Browning. Surprised they didn't call something right there.
Yeah.
They go down to Nunn. He's got to be strong with it. Puts it up and hangs and goes in.
Woo, that floated up on the front of that rim for about 5 seconds and fell in. He was looking actually to pass it out and realized how close he was to the goal. Flipped it up and in, and a chance to give us a lead back to 7.
Foul on Howard, his fourth, team's fourth. Free throw by Nunn is good.
Make him at an important time there. What's he up to tonight?
He has 17.
Clearly my vote for player of the game. He's easily got a double-double.
Right. 55-48, 1:10 to play. Crimmins for the basketball for Campbellsville. Angles off to the right side, looks left. Here's Milburn. He's going to fire up a three-point shot, and he hits it.
Where'd that come from?
I don't even know if he's even made one this year. Maybe even shot one this year. And that cuts the lead to 4 at 55-51.
He's an 18% three-point shooter. He's made now 4 of 17 on the year.
And we'll be back in 30 seconds as we take a timeout. Brought to you by the People's Bank. 101 to go. 55-51. Trojans on 104.7 FM WCLU Sports.
Growing up is realizing that everyone who told you to eat your breakfast when you were little was actually eating this for breakfast.
It's your turn to take your place at the breakfast table and savor the taste of culinary independence with freshly toasted bagels at McDonald's. Indulge in the breakfast you've always wanted and start the day off the right way, your way.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We've got 1:01 to go here in Campbellsville. Trojans 55 and Campbellsville, Barren County 55, Campbellsville 51. We were looking at Metcalfe County, Monroe County live stream.
They just scored to extend their lead to double figures at Metcalfe. They're up over Monroe 42-31.
It's just crazy. Pass comes into Hardy. He got fouled. No call. 56 seconds to play. Hardy in the backcourt. Going to have to get it across the line. Long diagonal pass off to Pippin. And now Pippin trying to get out of a trap there.
Get rid of it.
And a foul is going to be called against Crimmins, I think. If it is, that's his fourth.
Warren was yelling timeout, but in that case, we get the whistle to be a foul before that. Cameron needs to be solid here at the stripe.
Pippin's hit 3 threes tonight, but he's only 1 of 4 from the foul line. And the first of 2 is no good.
Short. Didn't get it over the front of the rim. You could see all the way he left that short. Still very much still to be decided.
47.8 seconds to play. Here's a second shot for Pippin, and he makes that one. He is 2 of 6. 56-51, 2-possession game here, 44 seconds to play. Go across to Crimmins. Left side in the corner, Milburn with it. Milburn double team, dumps it down to Crimmins, trying to fade away. Jump shot, baseline, good for Crimmins. 56-53. Shelton in the backcourt will be fouled with 29.2. The foul is on Horn, his third. And that will send Weston Shelton to the free throw line. Made a pair back in the second quarter. He's got 8 points on the night. Normally a 74% foul shooter, so with 29.2, make both of these, or even one of them, be a 2-possession game. First one is on the way, good.
Thought for a long time there in the third period after we opened it up so strong we're going to win going away, but we still are in a good position, but it's been a ball game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and Shelton missed the second of the 2. 27 seconds to go, 57-53. Crimmins in a trap, throws it out to Milburn, fakes the 3. He drives to the bucket, lost the handle, went up, had it blocked, and then trying to go back up with it was Howard, and he'll head to the free throw line. The foul is on Gavin Nunn, and that's number 3 on him. Stops the clock at 17.3, and Howard, who made a 3-point play back in the first quarter, is at the line for a pair, and the first one is good.
Gavin got the block initially, but couldn't corral it, and that's why they're at the free throw line here.
One more for Howard. It's 57-54. Second one is up. He hit them both. 57-55.
We're going to go offense, defensive type substitutions there. Get a little bit more defensive-minded group in.
Pettit and Kessler checking back in. Browning
timeouts.
Gets it in play to Shelton. He's immediately fouled by Horde. That's his fourth. With 16.1, we'll put Weston Shelton back at the free throw line. He missed his last free throw attempt after he's hit 3 in a row tonight. Big one's right here, 16.1. Comes down to free throws. Shelton for the first of 2. It's on the way, and it's good. (58-55). One more for Shelton on the way. Got them both. 59-55. 16 seconds to go. Here's Crimmins driving all the way to the bucket, scoops it up and in, and draws a foul from Browning.
Wasn't much resistance all the way to the bucket. He went to the left side, used the right hand to scoop it up and in, and it's going to be a 1-point game with 11.2 if he can convert this 3-point play.
And Crimmins has hit 3 in a row tonight.
I don't know how many timeouts we have. I know we have some left.
They brought in a new player for the first time tonight, Ty Burwash, a 5'11 freshman. We got a full timeout here. Brought to you by The People's Bank. 11.2 seconds to go. It's Barren County 59, Campbellsville 57. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Your local Kubota dealer is J&J Sales on the corner of West Main and Reynolds Road in Glasgow.
11.2 seconds to go here in Campbellsville. The Trojans have a 2-point lead, 59-57. And Crimmins at the line for Campbellsville with a chance of making a 3-point play the old-fashioned way and cut the lead to 1 point.
He's been really good for them in the second half, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has scored 15 of his 19 here in the second half. One free throw here for Crimmins. And he's hit all 3 of his shots from the charity line tonight. Ames puts it up, and it's coming off, and it's tapped up in the air, and Browning saves it in bounds, but it's taken by Crimmins in the lane. A shot blocked, and a foul on Gavin Nunn with 7.9 seconds to play.
Fortunately, he missed that, so it's still a 2-point game, so the best he can do is tie it. And they get that offensive rebound, we'll say, as we had to try to save it in bounds and couldn't.
And Crimmins, 59-58.
64%. We'll take a timeout. Full timeout.
Coach Warren Cunningham calls a full timeout with 7.9 to go. It's 59-58 Trojans. Back in 30 seconds on 104.7 FM, WCLU Sports.
It's been an amazing 33 years. I've been blessed to have someone by my side that I can count on no matter what. Like 3 years ago when I had that car accident, you really came through for me. So I just want to say thank you, Alan, for being my Farm Bureau insurance agent.
Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Oh, he's been great too.
7.9 to go, 59-58 Trojans over Campbellsville. And a chance here for Crimmins to tie the game. Barren County led at 1 point, 43-25. And now a chance here for Crimmins, who is 4 of 5 from the foul line. And here's Crimmins. Ames puts it in the air, and it is good.
All right.
Ties it up at 59. Trojans, 7.9. It comes into Hardy. And Hardy turns up court. He got bumped right there and no call. Hardy pulls up, shoots the jumper that is no good. It kicks out. Shelton throws it up, no good, and we're going to go to overtime.
We had more time than we thought we did to get up a good look. We'll go to overtime for the second time this year. The last one was Glasgow. Didn't fare well. Had a buzzer beater opportunity, but didn't make it. And this time we had 2 looks at it, decent looks. Didn't make them either after Campbellsville fought all the way back from 18 down, right?
Yeah, they scored 27 points in the last quarter. Barren County scored 16. After Campbellsville had 2 9-point quarters, the second and third. And so they score almost as many as they did the first 3 quarters. It's 32. They scored 27 this quarter. Well,
foul trouble anywhere?
Campbellsville's more in foul trouble. Horde has 4. Crimmins has 4. Howard has 4. Barren County, Nunn has 3. Bird and Pippin have 2 apiece. So Campbellsville more in foul trouble than Barren County is.
You don't reset the fouls, so everybody's in the penalty. So every foul will be a free throw shot. Good thing we started at 5:30.
Yeah. It's now, 8:37 our time, 9:37 here.
Yeah. I didn't think we'd be here.
No, after having that 18-point lead, I thought, well, things are looking good,
Yeah, really good. Yeah. And then we just kind of let them slowly get back in the game. And it wasn't with threes. They only made 1 3 in that second half. It was just they kept attacking.
And they had 3 threes there in that fourth quarter. Ball comes into Hardy. Trojans control it here in the overtime period, tied at 59. As Hardy sends it over to Pippen to the right wing. Got Gribbins on him. Out to Bird, and now left side it comes to Hardy, looking for none down low. They got Milburn on him. Right side it goes to Bird. Now Bird, right wing, looking inside, can't go. Out top it comes to Pippen. Now Pippen putting down the dribble, looking for Shelton. He's got it here on the near side. None. Posted up down low. They throw it to Hardy, left of the circle. Now Hardy trying to drive. Can't make a move. Curls out to the corner. Floats it into Bird. Bird back to Hardy. Long range right. Now Hardy will look on the dribble, trying to take his man one-on-one. Bounce pass underneath to Nunn. Has to throw it back out to somebody. There's Hardy. Hardy fakes a three. Moves in the lane. A little floater. Rims. Go!
Rimmed, and I'd have thought it was going to fall off, but that was a good use of a minute right there. We worked some clock. We got a good shot, 8-footer from Cade.
And it's 61-59. Crimmins with the basketball gives to Milburn. Around to Horde. Back around the perimeter. Crimmins down inside is Lanham underneath the Milburn wide open. Puts it in.
And everything they do is too easy. I think they've scored on every possession about the last 3 or 4 minutes.
61 all. 2:42 to go in overtime here in Campbellsville. Cade Hardy with the basketball for the Trojans. Bounce pass, right elbow. Bird down underneath. It's Nunn. Puts it up and in.
That's some hands right there.
Yep.
Bird led him the perfect amount. He was just able to get a fingernail on it to tip it to himself. Back-to-back buckets there for the Trojans. Back up two.
63, 61, 2:20 left in overtime here. Horde around the left side. It's Price. They go into Milburn. Fires it underneath to Crimmins. Kicks it around the perimeter. Here is a 3-ball that is good for Price. That's 3. Actually 4 for the ball game. 3 in the second half. There were 2 in the fourth quarter. Now this one in overtime. And Campbellsville goes back on top, 64-63.
Can't get a stop.
Hardy driving in the lane. A lot of traffic up with a shot. No good, but a foul called against Lanham.
He missed Gavin. He had Gavin as soon as the pick and roll happened. He had him if he'd thrown it up to him, but weaved around to draw the foul.
Cade Hardy with 13 points on the night. Had 9 of those in the second quarter. 2 for 3 from the foul line. First one is good on a Matt London KFB free throw. Tied up at 64 with 1:52 to go in overtime. Cade Hardy, second of 2 on the way. Too strong, and the ball gets knocked away, and Hardy comes up with a steal. Hardy, pull-up jumper from 8. No good. Ball tipped around, and Milburn comes down with it for the Eagles with 1:40 left in overtime.
Golden
had a
opportunity
chance there, yep.
At least it's tied, but now they have it advantage-wise because they've got the ball.
Price comes off a screen right. He's picked up his dribble, throws it out to Lanham. Back over to Price. They feed it down to Milburn. Milburn posted in there against Gavin Nunn. Going to work inside. Spin move. He walked
again. Thank you. They called it. They actually called it.
It was either going to be that or 3 seconds in the lane. Which one? It's got to be something. Trojans get it back with 1:17 to go in overtime. Tied here at 64. Ball comes into Hardy.
Quick overtime period. We spent our whole first possession and used about a minute of it, so we'll go under a minute on this possession.
Weston Shelton guarded out there by Price. Goes left side to Hardy. Floats it down inside. It's Nunn with a spin move. Trying to go up strong. He got fouled. No call.
Floated away, too.
Here comes Campbellsville on the attack. It's Crimmins with the basketball. Crimmins with 54 seconds to go here in overtime. Take a little time off the clock here.
1-4 flat and get a screen up there from the big guy.
Crimmins trying to lead Pippen. Driving. Pull-up jumper way off the mark.
Tough shot. Ill-advised shot. Didn't even hit the rim.
And now Hardy into the front court. Timeout by Barren County.
It's the right call. Right thing to do. We'll see if we can get one shot to win it and go home.
The timeout here brought to you by The People's Bank. A full timeout. We'll take a 30-second break on 104.7 FM WCLU Sports.
We've got you. It's a pledge to make sure you're always taken care of. A pledge that Farmers RECC honors each and every day. When it comes to keeping things running smoothly or getting them back on track when they're not, we've got you. Always. Farmers RECC is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Campbellsville, we got a tie game at 64. Barren County's basketball. And still the foul situation. Horde, Crimmins, and Howard have 4 for Campbellsville. Gavin Nunn has 3 for Barren County.
Got it right here in front of our bench. 31.8 to go, tie game. Just be careful and don't expect the Stripes to bail you out in any type of situation. You got to solely earn it yourself. Solid passes, strong with the basketball, and make sure we get a good shot and they don't have a chance to counter.
Kate Hardy will toss it in down below us. Comes out to Jackson Bird. Now gives it back to Hardy. Hardy being defended out there by Horde. Leaves him for a moment and then gets rid of it to Pippin. Back out to Hardy. 22 seconds to go, overtime. Hardy holding the basketball. Now Horde comes up to defend a little bit. Down to 15 seconds to play. Brings it out toward the middle of the court. Now Hardy going right side with it. Gives it to Shelton. Shelton looking.
In the screen.
6 seconds to go. Back out to Hardy. Hardy in the lane. Off to Jackson Bird. Goes under. Lost the handle. And we're going to go to double overtime.
Get a shot. You've got to get a shot from 8 feet. You got to be concerned with not giving them an opportunity, but we didn't even get a shot. You got to get a shot under 15 seconds there, and you can even leave a little margin there to get an offensive rebound. So just not what we wanted on the last play. But nonetheless, we do it all over again. 64 all, 4 minutes to go. You reset it, you re-jump it, fouls stay the same, and you add a timeout both ways. So we got plenty of timeouts. You just add another 4 minutes to this.
Add another 4 minutes.
Frustrating.
We need to draw some fouls from Horde and Crimmins and get them out of the game. They've held with 4 fouls for pretty much the entire second half.
And some of those fouls were right there at the end when they were trying to foul to send us to the free throw line or trying to get the ball back. But Gribbins has been really the one that's been the driving catalyst to get them to come back and really stay around in this basketball game. So important for us to get the tip again and have a good first set to set the tone for this second overtime period.
Have another jump ball at midcourt. Gavin Nunn and Ty Milburn. And they toss it up, and that's going to go out of bounds.
He rode with it out of bounds.
He did.
It's our ball underneath.
Barren County's basketball.
Yeah.
Barren County's basketball. Kate Hardy will put it in play. Hardy looking, lobs it into Nunn. Nunn in the lane, up with a hook shot floater, got it.
I didn't know if he had enough on it or not, but we tried
got it over the rim.
The baseline lob and didn't really have the tip in, so wisely caught it and regathered himself.
Trojans on top, 66-64, double overtime here in Campbellsville. They go down to Crimmins, working in the, that should be an offensive foul, a block.
I don't know how you get a charge. Cameron did a super job taking it. He might need to go get a chest x-ray after this is over because I'm pretty sure he just broke his sternum. He took it so well.
Crimmins is at the line for 2 shots. First one is on the way, and it is going to go in.
Anyway, they get the first free throw and a chance to tie it up here. Quick buckets here this overtime period. We took a whole minute off the clock.
Second shot is up, and it's good. He is 7 of 8 from the line. And we're tied at 66. Hardy, 3.5 minutes to go. double overtime here. Shelton gives it back to Hardy, going under, putting it up and in, and a foul.
Good job. Good job. Nice catch. We've been trying to run that same action. Just the back cut there, flex screen down on the baseline, just kind of rolling all around, and finally got something to go just off a simple back cut.
Second foul on Rowan Pettit. Free throw by Hardy is good. Old-fashioned three-point play. Puts the lead out to 3.
It's the biggest we've had in a long time.
Yep, 69-66, 3:20 to go and double overtime here. Price with the basketball. You can't let him shoot it. He's hit 3 threes. Here's Milburn, off to Crimmins. Crimmins leaves it out there with Price, and out it goes to Horde. Horde trying to make a move on Hardy with a spin move in the lane. Goes up with a shot, and he put it in. That's Horde's first basket of the second half or overtime, and he only had 5 points in the first half. 69-68, Trojans, 2:55 to go. Double overtime here in Campbellsville.
That was a long minute.
And then Hardy lost the handle, but he needs some help here. And can he call a timeout? I guess he can.
Yeah, that's a good call. Good 30 variety, and not panic there. Senior move there just to call the timeout. Actually, he let the ball go for a pass to Weston and had to go chase it down himself. So lucky he didn't get called with the walking or double dribble, whatever they would make up violation.
Something up here anyway. 2:45 to go, double overtime, 69-68 Trojans, and we'll have the basketball. Ooh-wee. Well, we had enough in the girls' game, and now here in the boys' game, it's ended up 58-57 Trojanettes earlier tonight. We understand for Metcalfe County Lady Hornets, who won tonight over Monroe County without Josie Allen.
Yeah.
And understand that she may be having some health issues, but looks like she might be back by February 1st is what they're telling me.
Their boys score. Let's see if we can get an update on that while we wait here. We'll throw it in from the side.
Pippin will toss it in for the Trojans. Does it get it into Nunn? Nunn flips it over now to Hardy. Hardy beats his man, goes to the bucket, puts it up, no good, but a foul.
Couldn't quite get it up, but again, just a quick first step, little jab to the right and back left, take with the left hand. He'll go to the free throw line to try to extend it back to a 3-point lead.
The foul on Price is only his first. And so Kate Hardy at the line for another pair of Kentucky Farm Bureau free throws. And the first one is good to make it 70-68. One more for Kate Hardy. It's on the way. Got them both. He is now 6 of 7 for the line on the night. 71-68. Barren County, 2:38 to go. Second overtime. Campbellsville with a basketball. Crimmins gives it over to Pettit. Pettit out to Crimmins. Crimmins goes right side with it to Price, back out to Pettit. He'll leave it out there with Horde. Horde goes to Price. Here's the dump down into Milburn. He puts it up and in.
It's good action. The Price and made those threes, so we concentrated our effort on him, and he just slipped a screen down for their 2-point bucket to cut it back to 1.
71-70. Trojans, 2:10 to go. Second overtime here in Campbellsville. Hardy with the basketball. Left side it goes to Shelton. Shelton looking. Out top it comes to Pippin. Pippin goes right side to Hardy. Hardy dumps it down to Nunn. Throws it back in there to Jackson Bird. He puts it up, no good, but a foul. Foul is on 0. That's Price's second. And for Jackson Bird, he is 1 of 4 from the foul line. Need these right here. Minute 56 to go. Jackson Bird for the first of 2 on the way. Good.
Rose come back from 11 down to tie it. Metcalfe just retook the lead back. Just a minute 37. They're going to be done before we are.
And they started later than we did. Second one is too hard.
They tipped it out of bounds.
And then it's going to be off of Crimmins on the rebound.
That was Pippin who pressured him, and he tried to corral it with just one hand and landed on the end line. I think I'm going to give up on stats here. I'm not done a great job fourth period. Just trying to get a victory.
Hard to. Hardy gets it inbounds. Nunn to the right corner. Nunn looking. Somebody come get it. And it comes back to Hardy.
Got timeouts if we need to remember.
Yep.
Plenty of them.
He'll bring it back out. Being defended by Horde. Minute 44 to go. Hardy reverses back right, gives it over to Shelton. Shelton now puts down the dribble, throws it out to Pippen. Pippen takes it left side, leaves it with Hardy, long range left. Back to Pippen. Pippen goes inside, throws it out to Shelton. Thought about the three, gave it up to none. Back out to Shelton, a minute 25 to go.
Thought about the three, but said we need to run some more time instead of getting points.
Here's Hardy here on the near side, a minute 18, feeds it off to Nunn in the corner. Pippen pulls the trigger for three, yes!
Big three for Cam. That may be a play of the game right there as we go back up by 5 as we approach a minute left in second OT.
Crimmins for three on the way, no good. Nunn with a rebound and a foul on Milburn. And we'll walk to the other end of the floor. With a minute 4 to go.
Chance to make it a 3-possession game with 2 makes here. It's a big
Gavin
shot.
Nunn is 1 of 2 from the line tonight.
Big shot by Cameron out of the corner there. We passed it up, worked it around, worked a little bit more time, and then you can't really pass up that wide open 3 in the corner.
Nunn's free throw hangs, goes down. Wow.
Hit the back
Hit the back of the rim. However it goes in, that's all that matters. 76-70, 2-possession game now.
See if we can make it 3.
Gavin Nunn fires and hits.
And
both Kentucky Farm Bureau free throws. 77-70, 1 minute to play in double overtime.
Feel a little bit better about it now, but you got to play it out.
Yep. Here's Horde driving, spinning, fall away shot is no good. Pippen with a rebound, trying to clear it out for the Trojans. Heads up court with it. With 45 seconds, slows it up, stops, looks, double teamed, out to Shelton. Shelton's double teamed, and they foul him.
All right.
Howard will commit. I've got him for 5. I'm not sure if that's right or not.
Yes, you're right.
And he'll foul in with 7 points. Griffin Howard for Campbellsville. 41.1 to play, double overtime. 77-70 Trojans. Trying to break a 6-game losing streak here before we head over to Glasgow Friday night. And it looks pretty good right now.
Get it back to 9. This feels like a full period instead of just a 4-minute period.
Well, yeah. I mean, we played 2 4-minute periods, so that's a whole quarter, really. Shelton makes the free throw.
The first one went quick, though. And this one has drug on forever.
Yeah, we're close to 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern. Free throw good for Shelton.
It'll be 10 o'clock before we even get close to
And
Glasgow.
we're making free throws now. We're making those free throws. 79-70, 38 seconds. Crimmins with the basketball. Takes it to left side, all the way to the corner. Throws it back out to Milburn. Gives it over to Lanham. Lanham now driving, dribbling it off his foot. Here's a shot out of the right corner that is no good. Pippen up high for the rebound. And he said he lost it out of bounds. I thought he got it smacked out of his hands.
He did, but I think it went off of him.
It hit his foot.
After it got smacked out of his hands. That's what the official says. They'll give it back to Campbellsville underneath. Up 9 we are.
You give it in, out to Crimmins. He walked. Crimmins, right elbow, Milburn, now Horde.
Make them use time, that's what they're doing.
Yep, use it up. Milburn hands it off. Crimmins, long distance 3 is no good. And the rebound gets knocked loose, scramble for the floor. Hardy's got it, 5 seconds to play. They'll run the clock out. Trojans had to fight tooth and nail in double overtime, but win it 79-70 over Campbellsville. The Trojans score 20 points in the overtime periods and 11 for Campbellsville.
Good win.
So the Trojans go to 10-8 on the year, and Campbellsville drops to 4-12 on the season. We'll come back with our post-game coverage brought to you by TJ Regional Health in 2 minutes here on 104.7 FM WCLU Sports.
Our dental health plays a vital role in our overall health. Practicing good dental hygiene is especially important for children.
When was your child's last checkup?
Riley Dental Group is invested in making sure you and your family have the healthiest smile possible. They understand a dental visit may prompt anxiety or nervousness, but Dr. Riley and his team offer a variety of solutions, including a comforting and friendly visit from Bennett, their therapy dog. Call Riley Dental Group for an appointment, 651-5939.
BRTC.
When trying to find a bank that satisfies, everyone wants more of this. But where do you go to find great savings and friendly service all in one? A Casasa account at the People's Bank. Casasa accounts offer high interest, cash back, and automatic savings growth. Whether you open a Casasa Cash, Casasa Cash Back, or Casasa Saver, your earnings will be through the roof. Come see the People's Bank in Cave City or Glasgow and see the difference in savings and service. Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact the People's Bank for details. Member FDIC.
Hey there, this is Billy with Southern States Glasgow.
And I'm Lindsay. A lot of people think we're just a farm store.
But we're so much more. From pet food and propane to lawn and garden supplies, we've got what you need every day of the year.
And don't forget the trusted advice, whether it's caring for your cattle, your backyard chickens, or your front yard grass.
Southern States Glasgow, locally owned, farmer friendly, and always here to help.
Southern States, your all-season solution.
County wins it tonight in double overtime, 79-70 to go to 10-8 on the year. Campbellsville drops to 4-12. Barren County trailed after the first quarter, 14-8, and trailed by as many as 8 early in the second quarter, but came back in that second quarter, outscored Campbellsville 20-9 to take a 28-23 lead at intermission. Barren County led 43-32 after leading by as many as 18 in the third quarter, and then Campbellsville made a run at it, came back into end the game at 59-59 in regulation. Then we had a double overtime, and it ended up being 79-70. Your final score tonight, Barren County winning over Campbellsville. Looking at some McDonald's post-game stats, both teams scored 26 field goals. Campbellsville had 6 threes. Barren County had 5 threes. Campbellsville was 12 of 15 as Coach Warren Cunningham makes his way upstairs here. Barren County, 22 of 33 unofficially from the free throw line tonight. So he makes his way up. We'll talk with him. Coach's comments brought to you by Colton Steakhouse and Grill. And Coach Warren Cunningham puts the headsets on. And Coach, congratulations. It was a much-needed win for you. And you had to fight this one tooth and nail to win it tonight.
Yeah, that's an understatement, and I'm just relieved. We just needed to find a way to get a win. I would prefer it to be probably just about any way, but that way, as far as trying to hold on, and you know, we have the game in control, and then we lose it. And a lot of credit to our guys, man. We could have, I thought when we went to the overtime against Glasgow a couple weeks ago, coming off the floor, our guys knew we'd kind of coughed it up there a little bit at the end and not finished the game very strong. And I was, you worry about that when you go to the next overtime. But I thought our guys played well in both of the overtimes. Offensively, I think we scored first in both of them, and we just desperately needed to find a way to get a win, and we did that. And you were a little shorthanded tonight too. You had a couple of guys that were out sick. Yeah, we do. We got some sickness on our team, and we missed those guys, especially I thought late in the game, just because our other guys didn't get much of a break, much of a breather. But I thought Carson usually plays a lot off the bench. He played a lot more tonight, but I thought Peyton and Wade gave us good minutes to get those guys a breather in and out there a little bit from time to time. So that's what it's about. And those guys, our JV guys are having a good season. Those guys have played well. So I don't have any reservations at all to put them in there. I trust them that they're going to do what they're supposed to do. And, we had the 18-point lead there, 43-25, but you knew they weren't going to go away because they'd lost a lot of close games this year. They really have, and their record is very deceiving. And, we beat those guys last year by 7 or 8. Yeah. And, that game was kind of ugly. This one was at least a lot of scoring. But, they have 3 guys that can really, their 3 guards are hard to guard. 5 is a really good player. 0 shoots it really good. 12's hard to guard because he gets in the lane and he really makes those mid-range jumpers good. So those 3 guys are a load to guard. We kept trying to mix it up there. It worked some early, but then as the game went on, they kind of settled into some of it a little bit. And defensively, you held Horde only 7 points tonight. He's their leading scorer, averaging 17. Yeah, I think Cade was on him most of the night, I think. So he did a good job on him. And Gribbins is the one that can really take the game over, and as he did there at times. And he's a senior, isn't he? Yes. Yeah, thank goodness. Yes. Him and Horde both. He's been a load for us for 3 years, I know. And so just proud of our guys. I thought Cam Pippin made a big 3 there when we were up 2, and then he got a couple big rebounds. Gavin made some plays, made some free throws. We certainly missed a whole lot of them throughout the course there in the fourth quarter, but proud of all of our guys. Everybody at some point made some plays. We got to be a little bit smarter at times and got to make some better decisions at times, but we're learning, and we'll get there.
Had Gavin with 23 points tonight. Cade had 19, 14 for Pip, and 13 for Shelton. Good balance scoring there. 22 of 33 from the foul line.
Well, that's the first time, I think, in a while that we've had more than two guys in double figures, and that's been an issue. You know, you just can't, you know, unless two guys have 20, 25, you got to have 3 or 4 guys, and that's when we're at our best, is when we have 3, maybe 4 guys in double figures. So we got to get back to that a little bit. I thought Cam was much better tonight, and you know, we needed him to be.
You got an extra night off. It's been a Monday night to get ready for Glasgow on Friday.
Yeah, we do, and you know, we got some sickness, and we had a busy stretch. We played Saturday today, right. So it's important for us to get some rest, and we also got a really busy stretch coming up.
Yes.
Where we play 4 games, and you know, just a little over a week there. So you know, or 5 games. So we've got to get some rest, especially at this time of year. Because everybody gets a little banged up and you get a little winded and sore, so we got to get plenty of rest and also get back and look at some film and try to be ready to go on Friday.
Well, Coach, congratulations to you, and we'll see you on Friday night.
Thanks, Jeff.
Coach Warren Cunningham, the Trojans, they win it double overtime tonight here in Campbellsville, 79-70. And as we mentioned, both teams had 26 field goals. The Trojans had 5 threes. Campbellsville had 6. They were 12 of 15 for the line. Barren County 22 of 33 from the stripe. And look at those individual scoring tonight. Jalen Crimmins 23 for Campbellsville, 14 for Lanigan Price, 11 for Ty Milburn, 7 each for Keaton Horde and Griffin Howard, 6 points for Adrian Lanham and 2 points for Rowan Pettit. Barren County tonight with balanced scoring, 23 from Gavin Nunn. He had a total of 10 baskets. He was 3 of 4 from the foul line, 19 for Cade Hardy tonight, 6 baskets, one of those a three-pointer. He was 6 of 7 from the foul line, 14 for Cameron Pippin. He had 4 threes, and he was 2 of 6 from the foul line tonight, but hit the big 3 then toward the stretch there. 6 points tonight for Jackson Bird. He had 2 baskets. He was 2 of 6 from the foul line, 13 for Weston Shelton. He had 3 baskets, and he was 7 of 8 from the charity line. 6 and 4 points for Carson Browning. Had a couple of free throws and hit a field goal. So good balanced scoring. We started hitting those free throws down the stretch, especially there in the overtime periods.
Yeah, kind of put it all together right there, and somehow my numbers match yours. I'm not sure how, but 26 of 66 for us, 39%. You had us with 6 or 5 threes, is that right? 5 of 18 is what I had us for.
Yes.
For 28% from 3. They were 26 of 63 for 41%. So both teams pretty similar right there. Both the same number of makes and about the same number of attempts. They ended the game making 1 more 3 at 6 of 24. So they hit a quarter of their 3-point shots. We turned over 11. They turned over 12. We out-rebounded them by 4, 38-34, 17 offensive boards to 11 for them. And just a good job all the way around. Balanced scoring. It's nice to see us put some kids in the scoring column. The offense flowed a little bit better, but I thought we had some flow and we had some tempo that we haven't had in a while. So just a good all-around effort. I said earlier I thought Gavin was player of the game just because, probably a double-double there. And
yeah.
The Milburn kid has got good size. He battled with him all night, but definitely won that battle with 23 and I'd say at least 12 rebounds since we don't keep individual, I'm guessing, but I'd say it's close. Cade started off really slow, didn't have anything in the first quarter, but definitely picked it up and carried us down the stretch. Shelton handled the ball really well, and Pippin probably with the play of the game right there when we were up, but we extended the lead with that 3 really late in the second overtime. So good job from him, and he had to play more minutes than he's been playing because Griggs was out tonight, but answered with those 3 threes and 14. So a good, solid game from him, and that's what we need. That's what we saw early in the year, and we continue to need to see that from him down the stretch.
So Cameron Pippin, CPC Commodities Player of the Game on that 3-point shot. Gavin Nunn, 23 points tonight. He's the Southern State's Player of the Game. So the Trojans and Trojanettes both get wins here tonight. Trojanettes winning 58-57, and the Trojans winning in double overtime 79-70. And our broadcast Friday night from Glasgow High, the Trojans and Trojanettes over at Glasgow to take on the Scotties and Lady Scotties in the 15th District doubleheader rematch. We'll be on there at 5:45 with the broadcast from Glasgow High School. Until then, for Robert Bauer, studio producer Luke Pritchard, and the BC Live crew, this is Jay Turner. Thanks for being with us. Good night, everybody, from Campbellsville.